famous Frenchies, as you'll find as you come into the stadium and get ready for your game. So we're setting the stage for today, spring training once again. But let's do our particulars. The things we need to take care of. Here is a look at your weather for today. And I'm sorry to report, there's a chance for snow this afternoon.
Is that right?
In the Delaware Valley. I know the high is 63, but they're calling for maybe a snow shower. There's nothing, it's nothing you're going to be freaked out about at all, because the low temperature is going to be in the 30s or so. So it's kind of weird. It's a funky weather day today for everyone in the Delaware Valley. But tomorrow, getting up to about 51 and mostly cloudy skies and some sun returning on Saturday, high 54, and then clouds on Sunday. We're going to take a look at traffic, see what's going on so far this morning. Marissa, what do you have for us?
No big problems on the major roadways. I'm seeing on the Atlantic City Expressway eastbound right before the Egg Harbor Toll Plaza, there's a tractor trailer that is on fire. The right lane is closed. This traffic report is brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal where you get more and pay less. Now that's a good deal. That's Straight Talk Wireless on Verizon's 5G network. Find it exclusively at Walmart and straighttalk.com. And that's your traffic on 93.3 WMMR.
And now, Preston and Steve's news update.
Today is Thursday, March 12th. Good morning. We'll start with the story. An Iran-linked hacker group has claimed responsibility for a cyber attack of a medical tech company in what appears to be the first significant instance of an Iran hacking scam an American company since the start of the war between the two countries. The company, Stryker, produces a range of medical equipment and technology and is headquartered in Michigan. Since the war started, some established hacker groups sympathetic to Iranian leadership have claimed minor attacks, but most have been regulated to briefly altering the appearance of a website, and none have appeared to have had major impact. But that appears to have changed as of Wednesday, with it appears to have been a different type of attack that also deleted information from devices. One Stryker employee said that employees' work-issued phones stopped working, dragging work and communications with colleagues to a standstill. A Handala team has claimed responsibility for the Stryker hack in a statement posted to its Telegram and social media accounts. The group routinely brags about its exploits on the social media platforms, which have in recent days taken down previous versions of their accounts. Microsoft's website describes the remote wipe feature as commonly used when a device needs to be retired, repurposed, reset for troubleshooting, or securely erased if lost or stolen. Stryker said that the disruption was due to a cyber attack, but that its own systems were not directly hacked, and that ransomware, a common type of cybercrime that can also significantly disrupt companies' networks, was not a factor. Stryker is experiencing a global network distribution, according to a statement to our Microsoft environment, as a result of the cyber attack. We have no indication of ransomware or malware and believe the incident is contained.
That's an interesting point you raised, because I've used the remote, wipe. I lost an iPad a number of years ago, and I with my computer at home, I was able to wipe everything, I assume, off the iPad. I never got a notification that was started again. But if you wanted to target a company and erase all their stuff remotely, you could do that as well.
Yep, absolutely. Vineland residents say a loud humming noise is keeping them awake at night, and they blame a data center that is being built there for the disturbance. Several people said that they have lived in the South Jersey community for years and have only begun hearing the noise recently. Although the noise is worse at certain times than others, residents said that it has made them uneasy and even impacted their sleep. A resident, Teresa Lewis, who lives within eyesight of the data center, said you can't sleep. You can't fall asleep right away. It wakes you up. We like to sleep or be here with the windows open because it's gotten nice out, and it was a brutal winter, and you could just feel it pulsating through the house. She said the noise sounds kind of like an airplane flying low, but it's consistent. She said it just doesn't stop. Several residents said that they have reported the noise to health department, which has not responded. However, Data One, the company that owns the data center, provided them with a statement that said, we appreciate the support of city leaders and the patience of the Vineland community during the temporary construction phase of our new data center. While this remains an active construction site, we understand concerns about ambient noise in the area. Based on recent inspections and acoustical monitoring conducted by the Cumberland Cumberland County Health Department. Our site is operating in full compliance with Vineland City Noise ordinance limits. We take our role as a community partner seriously and will continue deploying sound reduction measures to minimize any impact on our neighbors.
Do you think that would keep you asleep? Because you like that white noise. Do you think that like a humming sound would help or hurt?
It would depend, honestly. It would depend on exactly what it sounded like.
What if you, and this might give them a goal to reach, replace that airplane humming sound with gentle doo-wop?
Oh, like in the still of the night. I don't know.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
You know, people talk about who live near windmill farms.
Yeah.
Like they say that drives them insane.
Yeah.
Really? Insane?
Yeah.
Wow.
I might like that.
I know.
I know. It was around this time last year when I was in Italy, and there was just that sound. It was eerie. First of all, the hotel that we were staying in was scary. It was like the Italian version of the Shining Hotel.
Welcome to Italy, Casey.
But there was just this droning sound that just was playing. Like it just didn't stop.
Did you have a feeling that you've always been at that hotel?
Yeah, right.
Did you find a picture in the lobby with you in it?
I mean, the most eerie part is that there were girls that were there. They weren't twins.
Come play with us.
But they were wearing the same exact dress.
Really?
Yeah, I swear to God. They were on the trip with us. But I was like, this is just too
You're
weird.
being cosmically set up.
Wow. All right, one last story. A major beautification effort is underway along Market Street East, where city officials and local organizations are preparing for an influx of visitors expected this summer. A project is funded by a $1.85 million grant awarded to the Center City District. And the initiative aims to transform vacant buildings, empty windows, and aging infrastructure into a more vibrant corridor. Asphalt will give way to plants, artwork, and pop-up storefronts as well. The improvements come as Philadelphia readies for major events, including America's 250th birthday and the World Cup. Lauren Smith of the Center City District said, "The theme is just vibrant, beautiful joy. We want to make sure that people feel happy and excited. Work will stretch along Market Street from 7th to 13th Street, and crews will replace dying trees and plants, paint light poles, and spruce up bus shelters. Mural Arts Philadelphia is also contributing to the project, bringing installations from local artists to the corridor. And the first installation will appear at 10th Market at an entrance to the Fashion District." Smith said, "All the artists we're working with live in Philadelphia, and we really want to showcase what Philly has here and the folks and the businesses and the artists who are here."
Wouldn't it be nice to expedite a Pierre Robert mural?
Yeah, it would be nice. Plans also include beautifying the exterior of a building in the 1000 block of Market Street that the Sixers own and have plans to demolish, though that demolition is currently on hold as the team partners with Center City District for the beautification project. In the 900 block, the Center City District will host pop-up storefronts featuring local businesses. With the goal of completing the work by May, crews have already started to make changes as the city aims to look its best for the busy months ahead. The Center City District plans to announce which businesses will participate in the pop-ups in the coming weeks. All right, in sports this morning. All right, Case, what's up this morning?
Well, Owen Tippett scored a goal, and he really got this beautiful assist on this 2-0 breakaway as the Flyers got a nice bounce-back win in front of a home crowd. They beat the Caps 4-1 last night. In a quick turnaround, the Flyers will be on the road tonight when they face off against the Wild in Minnesota. And the hits just keep on coming for the Sixers, who announced Wednesday that an MRI on Kelly Oubre Jr. revealed that he suffered a sprain on the lateral collateral ligament of his left elbow. He'll be reevaluated in approximately 2 weeks. On top of Oubre, the Sixers won't have Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, and obviously Paul George for their game against the Pistons tonight in Detroit. In the World Baseball Classic, Aaron Nola pitched 5 shutout innings as Italy continued its remarkable run with a 9-1 win over Mexico yesterday. More importantly, that win thrust Team USA into the quarterfinals. Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, and Team USA will take on Team Canada on Friday, and the Phillies will play the Blue Jays right after the Preston and Steve show signs off from Baycare Ballpark right here this morning, and that is your sports on MMR.
All right, thank you very much, Casey. So, yeah, we've been here for a little while. Rodney and company got everything set up yesterday, hardworking people to make sure that this broadcast gets underway. And thanks to Sean McDonald, our buddy from Neumann University, who's covering the video portion of this. And we've got our camera set up, and you'll be able to see this while we're here. Are we up and live yet?
We are already live on YouTube.
Love it.
By the way, super duper new high-tech camera Sean was telling me. You're gonna see,
excellent.
You're going to see us as you've never seen us before.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but
I know, yeah.
we'll find out. But you will be able to see our guests this morning, and we're excited to have a sit-down with a few people. The first one's going to be about an hour from now. We're going to have Orion Kerkering stopping by.
Awesome.
First time that we've had a chance to hang out with him, so looking forward to that. That'll be around 7:15. Then in the 8 o'clock hour, our old buddy Brandon Marsh is stopping by. Yeah. It's become tradition for us to hang out with Brandon here.
I mean, I assume he tells everyone that we're his good luck charm. I'm assuming.
You're assuming.
I think you're right.
And then in the 9 o'clock hour, Cole Hamels is going to be in the seat here in front of us, and we'll chat with him.
Some broadcasting tips.
Yeah.
You never know, man. I'm sure he's a student of the game now and wants to learn all he can. So we'll see. We'll see what hard-hitting questions he has for us later on this morning. But we're having a good time so far. We had we got to talk about the flight in. Yesterday.
That is a story in and of itself.
Yeah.
You will not believe.
We'll have to squeeze in some time to recap you on what took place. But we did all make it here in one piece, and we had a great night last night, and it's shaping up to be a beautiful morning. I mean, it's pretty comfy out. It's a little breezy. You're going to hear the wind whipping in the background, but it's it's like 72 degrees. I mean, come on, man.
We've said it many times on air. The first time we did this, we were all the clothes we're wearing now. We showed up in, which is shorts and t-shirts. It was about 48 degrees.
That was in the 40s, man. We were like, what are we doing here in Florida? But no, it's going to be a beautiful day today here in Clearwater, and as Steve has said many times, this place becomes Philadelphia South. Not South Philly.
No.
Philadelphia South. And this place is this whole ballpark is populated with people from the Delaware Valley. They drive up. If they're transplants and they live all over Florida, they'll drive in for this.
So correct me if I'm wrong. The new scoreboard, right?
Is it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I guess so.
And that area over there, and I'm a moron, so maybe I never put two and two together. Threshers and all of that stuff over there, is that new?
I think it is, yeah, Steve, because the one we're looking out into the outfield. The one to the left has always been here with the staircase moving up to it, but I don't remember that big bad boy up there. So that's awesome. Yeah. So I mean, it's still dark right now. The lights in the stadium are not on. So as the sun rises, we'll be taking this in as well. We've just been getting prepped for the show, but I love hanging out and having this view while we're doing our show.
It's
fantastic.
Excellent.
So we're actually in the outfield. We're right over the bullpen, actually, is where we are. So we'll bring you the taste of what it's like to come down here, maybe entice you to plan a trip next year and see what the whole thing is about, but get us excited for baseball season and all things summer, man.
Yeah.
That includes things like the MM barbecue and all the stuff we have planned as well at the radio station. So we'll go through business as usual. We'll take a quick break, come back in a second. The stupid question and the entertainment report is next. Jason Helming is back at the studio. Take us into commercial breaks. We will be right back in a moment. Stay with us.
So I'm 4 episodes into Game of Thrones.
Excellent.
Oh.
Yes.
Is she naked yet in any of those episodes? Emilia Clarke?
Yes.
I forget how that proceeds early on in the series.
Well, she goes into a scalding hot bath.
Right.
Full frontal nudity.
Yeah.
I do like it.
And Khal Drogo plows that at one point.
Well, yes, he does plow that.
So,
so
you're saying the nakedness, though, drops dramatically after, like, third or fourth season?
Yeah, it's still there, but yeah, it's still.
She comes back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
She's got just a wonderful beaver.
Christ. Reach, you're not far off, man.
Nice beaver.
And she's not like one of these workout feeds where things kind of look splayed all the time. Wow. Just natural.
All right, so
Speaking of beaver, I got to show you guys something.
What? Where did you come from?
I know. I got. It's a picture.
okay. Well, yes.
Later.
Okay.
That's just the reminder.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everyone,
Jot that down.
Okay.
jot that
I'm
down.
writing it right down right now. Kathy
not my
has
beaver.
pic to show us.
The beaver pick.
I wasn't this excited when Adrian Smed came on the show.
Before we do the bizarre file,
I should play that piece of audio.
Okay. It's real short.
It's very, very quick. It's not an audio illusion or anything like that. But do you know? We don't know where this is. Graduation ceremony. It looks like a college graduation.
It was
ceremony.
college graduation,
and as you walk up, this is your moment. This is your family is there. It's your time to shine. You get your name said with the thousands of people in attendance. You walk across the stage. You grab your diploma that you've worked so hard for.
And paid a lot for.
Paid a lot for. This is the culmination.
And as you're walking, they announce your name.
Julie Jerkoff. Forgive me, Kirkhoff.
What? Are you serious?
Yes.
This is legit.
Julie
Too legit to quit.
Wait, one more time. One more time. Quiet, everyone, please. It's her moment.
Yeah.
Julie Jerkoff. Forgive me, Kirkhoff.
Oh, my God.
Forgive me.
Julie Jerkoff, forgive me. Julie Handjob, forgive me. Julie Handy, forgive me. Julie Blumpkin, forgive me. Julie Dirty Sanchez. Oh my God.
Julie Jerkoff. Forgive me, Kirkhoff.
Wow.
You know what, though? That's better than just having your name read that most people are missing anyway.
You know she was called Jerkoff throughout all her life.
It had to have been a nickname at some point, or her friends.
Julie Jerkoff.
Yeah.
Or
Julie Jerkoff. Forgive me, Kirkhoff.
If you think about
Julie Oh my God! I can't believe I said that.
Or that professor won a nice bet.
Yeah.
Said she would do it, and
Julie
she did.
Salad Tosser. Oh, it's not even close.
If you think about it, in high school, she probably had Jerkoff as a, I wouldn't even say a nickname. You know, they made fun of her.
Maybe even her friends would call her that because it's such an obvious. But
And then she gets to college where everybody matures a little bit and she loses the Jerkoff for a couple of years.
It's
and
clear.
then boom.
Kirkhoff is I mean, you can come into that Kirkhoff.
Dude, she's getting her master's degree. It's a Master of Science degree as she goes up and hears
Julie Jerkoff. Forgive me, Kirkhoff.
Well, and she doesn't. If this is the actual video that we're watching, she doesn't even flinch. The girl, Julie.
You know what? When they're doing it,
you
couldn't even hear.
You're so excited, and your focus is walk forward, shake hand, take diploma, walk off. Jerk off.
Jerk off.
Julie Jerkoff. Forgive me, Kirkhoff.
Well,
you did very well, Miss Jerkoff.
And she sounds so sweet. The woman reading the names.
Please come up to the microphone, Julie Jerkoff, and tell everyone how you achieved your success.
Forgive me.
It's the jerk-off way, I think, that we can all emulate.
Oh, my God.
But there's countless names like that are being butchered in similar ceremonies going on. In fact, this very weekend, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
There'll be mangled names.
Yep, loads of them. You realize anytime we have a caller named Julie, we will have to play.
Julie Jerkoff.
It's awesome.
It's the best.
It made my day yesterday when Casey sent that to me.
So, on that one level, is it sort of cool that you have, since she's probably dealt with it her whole life, at least she has a meme now that's attached to her.
Let's see. We have a caller on the line real quick, and I'm going to go to this caller. Hi, caller. Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Julie.
Julie Jerkoff.
Thank you, Julie.
Our first Julie Jerkoff.
You're our first to be given the Julie Jerkoff Award. Following explosive fights on social media, Jersey Shore star Ronnie Margot Ortiz, he and his girlfriend apparently are done. He wrote on Instagram, on an Instagram story to Jen Harley.
Yeah, he's a real silver-tongued devil.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
Note to self, can't turn a natural-born hoe into a housewife.
Damn.
If you find them in the gutter, then leave them in the gutter.
Note to self.
Yeah. Ronnie later apologized, writing, I want to apologize.
I love you.
Earlier to my fans and especially to Tater Tot Kitty.
Really?
Tater Tot Kitty?
That's somebody's handle. I don't know if that's her handle or whatever, but I want to apologize to Tater Tot Kitty.
Dear Tater Tot Kitty, I'm so sorry for those terrible things I wrote.
I writ. He said, I acted out of my gut and not rationally.
I was not rational.
I should have never...
Apologies to you too, Ravioli Ramon.
He said, I should have never acted in such a manner, spelled M-A-N-O-R.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, man.
It's where he lives. That's the name of the place. I should never have acted in such a manner. That's what he says. You pull up Preston, it says, I never should have acted in a manner.
And then he writes, my deepest apologizes.
Wait, seriously?
My deepest apologizes.
A-P-O-L-O-G-I-Z-E-S.
All right.
My deepest apologizes.
My deepest apologizes to Tata Kitty.
The pair welcomed a baby girl named Ariana Sky together less than a month ago.
It was wild to be there in the delivery room. I mean, the baby fell out of her butthole.
You remember a while back we had a couple of televangelists who were talking about how they needed a new jet.
Yes.
And they
to
were
spread the word.
Jesse Duplantis is his name.
The Duplantis Ministries, right?
Televangelist with a global reach is asking disciples for money to buy a jet that costs $54 million, quote, so we can go anywhere in the world in one stop.
If you're watching the video, he's dressed as I imagine Willy Wonka would dress when he retires.
By the way, so I'm waiting for Marissa to get the full audio over, but Duplantis' solicitation comes 4 months after another televangelist, the Newark, Texas-based Kenneth Copeland, announced that he had just bought a new Gulfstream 5 jet.
Oh, someone got a little jealous.
I think that's what it is, Steve. I think that's what it is.
Wait a second. What did that son of a bitch just get?
Yeah.
Well, this will not fly in the eyes of the Lord.
I think it's keeping up with the Joneses. The aircraft.
Listen, you insufferable prick, I saw what you just bought, and I'm going to get an even bigger jet. Hallelujah.
The aircraft, when first sold in 1998, carried a $36 million price tag. That's what this other guy
$54 million. You need to understand. You just cannot. You're waiting in line, and you're going through TSA, checking, you're taking your shoes off. That's time wasted from spreading the word of the Lord.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh, my.
And then you got the crying kids kicking the back of the seat. I cannot put together a proper homily on a flight with the riffraff, the human filth that populates these various aircraft while I'm trying to get out there and minister to the human filth. That
we got part
funds
one
my
over.
lust for high-end aircraft.
All right, here we go. This is the audio of him pitching this. He made a video of this.
Yeah.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jesse Duplantis. Thank you for tuning into This Week with Jesse. We're going to be talking about aircraft. You know, I've owned 3 different jets in my life, and used them and just burning them up for the Lord Jesus Christ. Now,
Listen to how many times he incorporates the Lord and Jesus Christ into this.
now, some people believe that preachers shouldn't have jets. I really believe that preachers ought to have and go on every available voice, every available outlet to get this gospel preached to the world. Now, I talk about this in a lot of my messages, and I want you to see this if we can, Caleb. Get it back. This is the very first plane that I purchased for the Lord back in December.
The Lord asked me, he said, I need you to purchase the modest aircraft. One engine ought to do it with a decent range, something that's comfortable with a couple of seats and a bed. That's what I need you to purchase. I said, Lord, should we not use this money to feed the poor? He says, we'll get to that.
That I purchased for the Lord back in December 1994. And I said where I began. And then the second one I purchased was in January 2004, where I used to be. The one I'm flying right now, and it's been with me 12 years. I purchased it in January 2006, where I am. Now, I want you to get a shot of this one, Caleb. Now, this is the Star Trek.
It's going to crack you up, because this one is just insanely expensive. And the amount of people who could have benefited greatly from the money wasted on this is just off the charts crazy.
And they're showing pictures of him with the camera as they go by.
Now, this is the Star Trek Enterprise. This is where I'm going. Praise God, but I believe
It's got a
God.
transporter and everything. In fact, my next purchase is going to be a spacecraft.
Praise God, but I believe in God for. Let me just say.
Wait, this is what I believe in God for?
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
That's what I believe, yeah.
I think he says, praise God, but I believe in gospel.
Oh, okay.
Where I'm going.
There.
Praise God, what I believe in God for.
Yeah.
Let me just say
This is what I believe. Don't worry. This is what I believe in God for, so I can fly this way around the world.
believe in God for a brand new Falcon 7X so we can go anywhere in the world one stop. Now, people say, my Lord, can't you go with this one? Yes, but I can't go at one stop.
Oh! That's it. That's the dilemma.
Wait a second.
Back
You
that
mean
up.
you're going to have to stop?
There's the kicker.
I'm backing that up. Hang on.
Now, people say, my Lord, can't you go with this one? Yes, but I can't go at one stop. And you see, if I can do it with one stop, I can.
Oh, good day, my friend. We're outdoors. You can hear the wind on the microphones. We're sitting in a beautiful spot in Clearwater, Florida. It is Baycare Ballpark, and it's home of the Phillies win there. It's spring training, of course. We broadcast live here for a few years. We're back again. We're excited to hang out with some of the team members and then get everybody in the game for a game, or into the stadium for a game today.
Yeah, it's one of the most amazing things, again, to people who have been lifelong fans who have never made this trip down here, you're missing out.
Yeah.
You need to do it because it is something that will rock your world.
Yeah. Most definitely. All right, we're going to take a look at traffic, see how we're doing back home. Marissa, what you got for us this morning?
There's an accident on 422. It's eastbound right before Arm & Hammer Boulevard, jammed back to Hanover Street. Then we have some slowing on the Vine westbound from 95 out to Broad Street, and a little bit of slowing on 76 eastbound from Montgomery to Vine and University to South Street on the westbound side. This traffic report is brought to you by Staples. From posters and presentations to labels and loyalty cards, Staples has it all. The print to boost your brand. Shop now in store, or you can shop online. Staples, that was easy. And that's your traffic on 93.3 WMMR.
All right, thank you, Marissa. I didn't have a baseball stupid question ready, but I just last second came up with one.
All right.
Unfortunately, I don't know what the prize is. I don't have my.
I have it for you.
You do? Okay, so, but stupid question. I figured we'd do a baseball one, and this is a very, very easy one, but it's one of my favorite parts of baseball. It's more old school baseball. What is the name of the classic baseball prank where someone lights the other person's foot on fire?
Yeah.
610-660-9333. I mean, literally light it on fire.
That's the kind of prank that they do.
Let's see if you know the answer to that. We will go through a few birthdays while we are awaiting your call, and the prize.
I'll get it for you.
Okay, so get it in a minute. All right, I'll mention a few birthdays today, being the 12th day of March. It's Liza Minnelli's birthday today. She turns 80 years old.
I would love to get her on the show. She has an autobiography out now, and she is revealing names. She's revealing drug episodes. She's revealing Studio 50. I mean,
yeah, what a
everything.
life.
Judy Garland, her mother.
Yeah.
You know, she had an affair at Martin Scorsese while he was married. They were doing the movie New York, New York. So, you know, the cool thing is, though, Preston, and we love her in the movie Arthur.
I did. Thought she was great.
Yeah.
She was very, very funny in that.
Pretty down to earth.
Yeah,
with all that crap.
I didn't get the Liza Minnelli thing for a long, long time until I saw some old, when she was younger, and I saw her perform, and I'm like, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
And she was a great singer, like her mom, you know, but more Broadway, like big vibrato. And
became a caricature of her, not by her own doing, but she's really not that.
Yep, so 80 years old today. Actor Courtney B. Vance turns 66 years old. He's been an Emmy winner for The People versus O.J. Simpson. I loved him in The Hunt for Red October. He plays Jonesy, the sonar guy.
Great.
And he's married to, he and Angela Bassett have been husband and wife for a long, long time. He turns 66 years old today. We also have the great James Taylor turning a year older. One of our most enjoyable interviews. Just the nicest guy. He's exactly the way you'd want him to be.
So if you're talking about fond, and you weren't, but if fond concert memories, he's 3 or 4 of my all-time favorite, because he would do this summer series, and he would come to Jones Beach Theater, which is right by the water in Long Island, and that voice, listen, it's held up for all these years.
Yeah.
What song did he sing for us that day?
Carolina on My Mind.
Yep.
That was wonderful.
Come on.
And the thing about him is he's sneaky soulful. Okay, so he's known as this adult contemporary, very light artist.
Yeah.
But if you listen to his vocal style, it's all soul, really. He just sings flawlessly.
And you have to remember, it was the Beatles that signed him.
Yeah, that's right, on Apple.
Yeah.
So he turns 78 years old today. We got to go with Iron Maiden.
Iron!
It's bassist Steve Harris's birthday today. He turned 70 years old. I had played with a few bass players, and Steve Harris was their favorite bass player because he really could. He had like this galloping style. Great bass player. So turned 70 years old today. Who else do we have here? Bill Payne from the band Little Feat turned 77 years old
Saves
today.
a lot on shoe shopping.
Yes, he does. The tiny itty-bitty little feet. No, it's
Where's the doll section?
F-E-A-T.
Oh, I see.
Little feet, you know. Yes.
I don't think I knew that either.
So that's another thing for you this morning, Marissa. Want me to share the other one?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
All these years.
So Stephen mentioned the new scoreboard over here, and I'd mentioned the Threshers, and Marissa goes, actually, it's the Thrashers. And I go, no, it's the Threshers. She said, for my entire life, I've thought it was the Thrashers. No, a thresher is a fish. It's a shark.
Okay.
A thresher shark, so that's what they're named after. All right, we also have, speaking of baseball, I had two more birthdays. It's Darryl Strawberry's birthday today.
Wow.
He turns 64 years old today, forever memorized by Adam Sandler in the, is it the Hanukkah song?
Oh, it might be. Is it? Or is it?
No. Can't believe the Mets traded Darryl Strawberry. So that's the Thanksgiving song. Thanksgiving song. And then the last birthday I saw is voice actor Frank Welker. He turns 80. He is the voice of Scooby-Doo and Fred. Started off in the early 1970s for the Transformers. He's Megatron in some stuff. I went and I pulled up his IMDb credits. It goes on for days. He's just one of those guys that's done everything.
He's like a Mel Blankish kind of
So
ability.
He's 80 years old today, so happy birthday to him. Okay, I don't know how to take phone calls. I can't see. Okay, I don't even see names or anything like that here. All my monitors are off. So, Jason, if you could whisper me a name, and I will address them if you can bring them up on the air, and we'll get an answer to the stupid question. Yeah. All right, we're going to go to Dan, and Dan's going to join us, and I'd ask the question, what is the name of the classic baseball prank where they light someone's foot on fire? Dan, are you there? Can you hear me, sir?
I am. I can hear you.
All right, Dan, what's the name of that prank?
I'm saying it's Hot Foot.
The Hot Foot is correct. Yes, absolutely. Hang on just a second. We are going to give you a 4-pack of tickets to the Netflix House of King of Prussia. You can step into your favorite shows in real life with the interactive experiences. You have themed photo ops, exclusive merch, and show-inspired eats as well. Now through April 12th, and you can celebrate spring with discounts of groups of up to 4 to 8 people, and you can plan to visit at netflix.com/house. I wonder at one point when they decided to stop doing the hot foot, maybe when they realized that they can't go injuring their professional
their players,
their professional athletes.
Then they switched to Preston sleeping with each other's wives.
Oh, well, that's much more fun.
Hot box.
Hot box. All right, so let's see. I got some entertainment stories to rattle off to you. We're going to start with this. Ballet star Misty Copeland is pushing back after Timothée Chalamet said that nobody cares about ballet or opera, arguing during a panel for Avino that the actor, quote, shouldn't be comparing his craft to other art forms. She noted that film itself draws from those traditions, saying that he wouldn't be an actor and have the opportunities he had as a movie star if it weren't for opera and ballet.
Think of the fact that this was kind of just an aside from an old interview.
Yeah.
And they're getting, actually, it's helping them promote this art form.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's actually working out for them.
I agree. Copeland acknowledged the art form may not be as popular as movies, but stressed that they still have enduring relevance and have lasted more than 400 years. The backlash was he was doing an interview, CNN Town Hall, and he said that he didn't want his work to be like ballet or opera because no one cares about this anymore, and that it's kind of a dying art. But anyhow.
But there is a logical comparison. There used to be summer blockbuster ballets when they would come out and everyone would gather in line.
You know what they need to do, because Misty Copeland is going to be at the Oscars this weekend because she's a part of a performance that's taking place. He needs to come out and do a short ballet move or something in one of these things.
Do something elaborate, and then what she does, Preston, is just kicks him in the nuts.
Right. They can do it that
the
way.
whole thing.
Yeah.
No, and again, I don't think he was really coming down on this stuff. It was an offhanded comment.
Yeah, he doesn't get ballet, and he was using that as a comparison. No. So Nicole Kidman is opening up about her shock split from Keith Urban while promoting her upcoming Prime Video drama Scarpetta. She doesn't really talk about it much, but when asked for an update on how she's doing, she said, "I'm good because I'm always going to be moving toward what's good." She added that her focus remains on family, explaining, "What I'm grateful for is my family and keeping them as
says is moving forward. What?
Well,
Keeping them.
that's the way the Aussies talk, Preston.
Keeping them as is. And
Okay. Oh, gotcha. Keeping them as is, comma, and moving forward.
And besides, she's promoting a new brand of wood varnish,
And
which
she's-
is a big thing. She's very passionate about
She
it.
said, that's that. Speaking about her shift in family dynamics, she shared, I'm staying in a place of we are a family, and that's what
She
will
talks funny.
continue to be. The actress also confirmed that she plans to remain in Nashville, explaining, we have our life here. I'm part of the city and community for 20 years. It's my home. News of the celeb couple's split after 19 years together came out back in September. So, a friend and former assistant to Britney Spears has his suspicions about her recent DUI arrest. In an interview with Extra, Philip is his name, he says that the timing of her arrest was suspect. He said, I think there are some people out to get her. And he said, and the timing is so off that she gets financial independence and then she's arrested.
Are these people from outer space?
Maybe.
Yeah.
The financial independence that he's referencing is the recent sale of Brit's catalog of over $200 million. He said, we all think it's a push to put her back in a conservatorship because guess what happened when the conservatorship stopped? People stopped getting money, he says.
Okay, so
they were. I'm sorry, Case. They were talking to the lead, the woman who is really spearheading the Liberate Britney from the conservatorship.
Right.
They were talking to her, and she says it might have been the wrong move.
Yeah.
So she's looking at everything now and seeing all the stuff that's going on, and there's enough to make her, at least her, the big one who is so passionate about this,
Right.
rethink that effort.
I mean, I think this guy's speaking out of turn because the reality is she was actually intoxicated, right?
Yeah.
It would have been a setup if somebody drugged her, you know what I mean? If somebody, forced her to do, and then they, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
I'm
100%.
sorry. Yeah.
You don't know.
100%. She had a drink. She got behind the wheel. She got pulled over. She got in trouble. Happens all the time.
Set up.
Yeah. So full on setup, folks. All right. So here's another one. Recent pictures of Zendaya with what appeared to be a wedding band added fuel to the rumors that she and Tom Holland are married. We've talked about this. But hold up. Holland himself enters the chat and flips the script, casting doubt on the whole thing. He was photographed on Monday with his brother and others in Miami Beach. And in the pictures, he's noticeably not wearing a ring of any kind. So who knows? It's just another thing. But listen,
I don't care.
he's in Miami, so I mean that's pretty close to here, right?
Yes, a little hop.
Maybe he'll
4 or
swing
5
by.
hours,
We'll see. A little 4 or 5 hour side trip.
Hop in the jet and drive on down.
Never know. Lindsay Lohan, hang on. What is all over my feet here?
I don't know.
That's love.
No,
those are shoes.
No, there's cords that my legs are getting caught up in. All right, so it took her a few weeks, but Lindsay Lohan has finally escaped the Middle East as war raged around her. Photographers captured Lindsay and her husband, Bader Shamaz, leaving a New York airport yesterday with Linz pushing a stroller. Sources tell TMZ that she wasn't comfortable being on one of the first flights out once the missiles started flying, instead waiting until this week to leave Dubai for the States.
It was actually kind of ingenious. She used one of those inflatable Halloween costumes where it looks like she's being carried as a baby.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And that's how she left.
For a second, I thought the sun was coming up, but they just turned the lights on in the stadium.
Yeah, apparently PHL 17 is doing a hit from the field, so they need.
Oh, so they need a little light.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. All right, we'll continue on. At 94 years old, William Shatner apparently has no desire to slow down, but it's going to cost him. The actor just revealed that he shattered his right shoulder after falling off of one of his horses late last year and has to undergo surgery to
Does he
repair
still think that's a real horse? Doesn't he realize it's rocking back and forth?
But listen, surgery at 94,
Yeah.
it can be, no matter what it is, it can be a bit risky.
The cool part, Preston, is like pulling apart a rotisserie chicken.
Oh, my God. The bone just slips right out.
There you go.
He broke the news.
It's actually comfortable now.
During the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films 53rd Annual Saturn Awards in California. And as Shatner explained, he was thrown from a horse and now has to undergo the knife. The actor said that he was scheduled to undergo a new type of shoulder operation called a reverse something or the other. That's what he called it. Literally a reverse something or other.
He does that show about the mysterious, the unexplained things, and we want to promote it. he is so sharp. So I mean,
yeah.
His level of eloquence, he's better at that stuff than we are at half his age.
The surgery was
less than his age.
The surgery was supposed to happen yesterday. No word on his social media accounts or anything how that went as of yet. So we shall see, and I will let you know when we hear about it. The effects of war will be felt at the Oscars long before anyone takes the stage. Security for the event is at a maximum as the FBI put on an alert warning for potential Iranian drone attacks in California. They said, we recently acquired information that as of early February 2026, Iran allegedly aspired to conduct a surprise attack using unmanned aerial vehicles from an unidentified vessel off the coast of the United States homeland, specifically against unspecified targets in California in the event that the U.S. conducted strikes against Iran. So this is something that they had heard about ahead of time, I guess.
So the Pentagon is working with Hollywood. They've activated Johnny Five.
Wow.
To patrol the red carpet.
Okay. Why not? That dude, he was actually a military robot.
And a bolt of lightning made him a benevolent creature.
The FBI does add that we have no additional information on the timing method, target, or perpetrators of this alleged attack. As for how that translates to event security, sources say security is always tight, and now we've cranked it up to 11, adding that there is a lot in place and a lot you'll never see. The Academy Awards on Sunday, 7 o'clock, and that'll be on ABC and streaming live on Hulu as well.
Think about that. You're quoting Spinal Tap when we're talking about, they quoted Spinal Tap talking about a drone attack at the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
That's how much into the vernacular that movie has gotten.
So, speaking of the Oscars, they have another wave of presenters that have been revealed, and the newly announced lineup includes Rose Byrne, Nicole Kidman, Jimmy Kimmel, Delroy Lindo, Ewan McGregor, Wagner Moura, Pedro Pascal, Bill Pullman, Louis Pullman, Channing Tatum, and Sigourney Weaver. So it's some good names.
Yeah.
It was announced yesterday, 2 nominated songs. Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters and I Lied to You from Sinners will be performed. Conan O'Brien is going to be hosting, and of course that's on, like I said, 7 o'clock this weekend.
I wonder if K-Pop Demon Hunters is going to walk away with this song. It was huge.
It was.
Yeah,
It's a good song.
It is a good
I
song.
told you, man, and I know you're deep into K-pop,
I
but
love it, yeah.
I really enjoyed that movie. It was fun.
It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It's energetic.
Yeah.
I don't know how you cannot love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even like the boy band K-pop songs were really good in that movie too.
I can't explain it, but it's in my blood.
Nikki Glaser is set to return as the host of the Golden Globe Awards for a third time, leading the ceremony's 84th show next January. The awards body had confirmed the news, with Globe's president Helen Honey saying in a statement, "We are thrilled to welcome Nikki back to the Golden Globe stage 2027. Praising her style, Honing said, "Nikki's comedic precision, authenticity, and ability to command the room is unmatched, and we can't wait to see what she has up her sleeve for next year's show." Reacting to the announcement, Glaser said, "I'm thrilled to host the Golden Globes for a third time, not only because it's the greatest gig I've ever had, but because my sister has 3 kids, and now we will be equal in the eyes of my parents and the Lord."
The funny thing is that she did so much early on self-deprecating comedy. She looks like $1 million these days. It's hard to make that material work when you look at, she looks.
Yeah. All right, so the first trailer for a movie called Power Ballad is offering a look at Paul Rudd and Nick Jonas starring in a new comedy from director John Carney. The film's logline teases Rudd's character Rick as a washed-up wedding singer who bonds with pop star Danny, played by Jonas, and it leads to a late-night jam session. But when Danny steals Rick's inspirational lyrics, Rick sets out to reclaim the recognition he believes he deserves, even if it means risking everything he cares about.
You watched the trailer, right?
I did, yeah.
What'd you think?
Yeah.
It looks good. It looks not full-on serious, but a little bit more of a... it's going to have comedic moments. It's got Paul Rudd, but he can do drama, obviously. He's been great in dramas.
Yeah.
But it looks like kind of a revenge thing. Yeah.
All right, so this guy, John Carney, he's the guy who was behind Sing Street and Once and Begin Again. And so, Press, he creates these movies. He was a musician in Ireland. I forget the name of the band that he was in, but so he makes these movies that are essentially musicals. There are songs that are sung in the movie. It's not a soundtrack. They're sung by the actors in the movie. And I really love his style. Yeah. So I'm looking. When's this coming out?
It is going to be in theaters June 5th, by the way.
Okay.
So does he have? I mean, obviously he's cast Joe Jonas or Nick Jonas. I'm sorry in this. So in his other movies that you've seen, have there been any other singers that are acting?
So there's a guy named Glenn Hansard. He was in the movie Once, and I don't know the name of the female who played his counterpart in that movie. But Glenn is he is a performing artist, but
who's the actress of Boynton? Is it Sarah who was Freddie Mercury's girlfriend in Bohemian Rhapsody?
I don't remember.
She's in Sing Street.
Okay,
yeah, you remember.
And then, but in Begin Again, that's with Mark Ruffalo and Keira Knightley, and she sings in that.
Right.
Yeah.
The movie is going to be, it's described as, Steve, so here's a description. This will give a better look than maybe what I said about watching the trailer. It says, a feel-good story about music, self-respect, friendship, and the price of ambition. So it's going to have some serious tones, but it says it's a feel-good movie.
And dinosaurs.
And some dinosaurs for good measure. The film arrives June 5th after festival stops at the Dublin International Film Festival. So yeah, Casey must be Irish. And South by Southwest Film Festival as well. I only have one other story, and it's this one. Season 9 of Rick and Morty is set to debut on Adult Swim, and that'll be May 24th.
Season 9.
Yeah, it's held on.
Did they took a pause?
They did, if I remember correctly, and then came back to big fanfare. I've only watched a couple episodes of Rick and Morty. Carter was into Rick and Morty, and I liked what I saw, but I just never fell deep into it,
I think one of the writers, creators of Rick and Morty, also is part of the Marvel universe now.
Oh, okay.
I think might have been one of the writers on Quantumania.
Okay.
Maybe. I think. I don't know.
So May 24th is when that comes out. The series will continue the trademark adventures of mad scientist Rick Sanchez and his grandson Morty. Rick and Morty is back, baby. This is a quote from someone. Let me see here. The show said, the show speaks and says, Rick and Morty is back, baby. Season 9 is all certified bangers. No AI slop, just grade A organic slop made by real humans with real human traits like back hair. Please watch, or we'll have neglected our families for nothing. Season 9 will also be available to stream starting on August 31st.
It's funny how much that term slop has already.
Yeah.
People are... And it's not just people who are maybe have a potential to lose employment. It's just the general consumer spotting things and calling it slop.
Yeah.
So that means that holds out hope for them just phoning in crap. At least trying to make it better. Remember there was the Coca-Cola commercial with the 18-wheeler that had 84 wheels. Like it was, they screwed up.
Old lady,
and just regular people are picking out these anomalies.
It's wild how there have, and I mentioned the story we had in the Bizarre File last week of somebody had used AI, a realtor, to spruce up some pictures of a property, and the AI created some kind of a effed up looking demon coming out of a mirror.
Yeah. Why would the AI
Why does it do that?
randomly pick a demon? Right. I guess in its quote-unquote thinking, it said this house will sell better if demons crawl out of the bathroom window. But I mean, that's what people are reacting to.
Yeah.
Also, there's a feeling of being flim-flammed.
Yeah.
There was the commercial around the holidays that with all these things that go wrong around the holidays for this family, but it was all AI, and people were like, no.
There was, speaking of the backlash, and I'll just touch on this briefly. It was another story I almost put in the Bizarre File, but I didn't. And it was some bar and restaurant. I forgot where it was, but they had their mascot was like a was like a squirrel on a surfboard or something like that, and it was hand drawn. Okay, so it was this lovely little thing that they had as just their trademark mascot.
Right.
And they had an AI rendition made of it, so it had all this hyper realistic look to it, and they debuted it. And people did the Yelp negative bomb thing on their social. I'm like, well, you don't have to go that far, but it just kind of illustrates how people went, why'd you do that? You know what I mean?
That happened with me? And it's weird, but when the second most famous groundhog in Pennsylvania, when they went from a puppet, to a CGI version, I'm like,
I know.
I like the puppet.
I agree. All right, well, anyhow, we got other things to do, people. We got some clips to play. Oh, new drum roll.
Ooh.
Different drum roll. The drama of Grace Sloan Memorial Hospital continues in Grey's Anatomy, and here Kim Raver explains her excitement in receiving this season's script. So let's go, Jason.
I think my initial thoughts were, this is so exciting because it felt so emotionally charged, so the depth of what it was revealing between Nick and Meredith. I just thought, oh, that's so great, and the audience is going to love this.
Shut the f*** up!
New episode of Grey's Anatomy airs tonight. Find that at 9 p.m. on ABC. Here's our next clip. The next generation to protect the Federation is trained at Star Trek Starfleet Academy. And here Holly Hunter shares the impact of the series on her life. All right, Jason.
And I watched like a season of Trek with my father. So it's a real imprint. Those guys with the mustard yellow, and they come in like blocks of granite. And they stand and they deliver. They talk to each other. I mean, it was just so iconic.
You're a complete dirty whore.
Love Holly Hunter's the way she speaks.
And so do I.
Shot of her mouth.
But if you watch the series,
yeah,
she's reeling off techno babble, and it sort of gets in the way.
Oh.
What does it do?
It sort of gets in the way.
I thought he was going to go opposite. We're talking about how great she is, and like it's just so good, but no.
It gets you in the way. You will be delighted at this, Steve. I got a call from Carter, my son. He just called randomly. He goes, "Hey, Dad." He's like, "You know what I started watching recently?" I said, "I don't know." He goes, "Star Trek: The Next Generation." I was so happy to hear that.
Love that kid.
And especially as old as it is now. I mean, you know, the original is old, but this is aged. But he's like, he was surprised at what a great show it is about the messages in the storylines, and also the effects still hold up, and all of that. I was like, I'm like, dude, I want to watch some episodes with you.
You should.
Yeah.
I love that because people forget when that came out, there was a big reaction to it from the original Trek people, and I was hardcore. About 2.5 seasons in, they had one episode, I think it was called Conspiracy, where there was something, they started to build something, and I'm like, okay, now we're rolling. And then by the time the Borg entered, it's like, and that show was effing fantastic. Yeah. Also, one of the greatest series endings in television history.
Yeah.
Yeah, just fantastic.
Right,
I'm so glad to hear that. Yeah.
It's really, really good.
What's it streaming on?
You know what? I didn't ask.
I'll figure it out.
Blubber.
It's on what?
Blubber.
Gotta get you in the way. By the way, season finale, Star Trek Starfleet Academy is streaming today. That is on Paramount Plus. All right, that's our entertainment report, and we're getting ourselves set for our morning here. It's interesting because we don't have daylight yet. Back home, the sun is already coming up. We're on the west side of Florida, so we're going to get the sunrise just a tad bit later than back home. But it'll be arriving shortly, and it's always wonderful to see. It's over our left shoulders here as we're facing, from the infield from the outfield into the infield. But it's always beautiful when the sun starts coming up here, which will be shortly. And we're going to start getting some guests on the program as well. If you're just tuning in, we're live at Baycare Ballpark for spring training, and we're going to talk to Orion Kerkering. He's going to be our first guest, pitcher for the Phillies, and he'll stop in the next 15 minutes or so. We're scheduled. We'll see if it all comes together. This stuff isn't always by the book, but we'll see when we get him.
We love getting the guests, but honestly, just being here with the sights and the sounds of everything that's going on is just so invigorating. And again, I tell you, if you've never been down here and you're at all a sports fan, and particularly obviously a Phillies fan, make the trip.
Yeah, I mean, you're right on top of the
Yes.
team when you're here in the complex.
Did you guys notice that most of the people on the plane were from Philadelphia on the way
Yes.
down
Wasn't
here?
that weird?
That was crazy.
Yeah.
It's like an airport.
So we'll take a break. We'll come back in a second, and we'll continue day number 1 of our Clearwater Live broadcast on the Preston and Steve Show. We'll be right back.
Fly it for a lot cheaper because I have my own fuel farm. And that's what's up.
You just said, by the way, on this $54 million jet that it has a 5,000-mile range.
Yeah.
That's not flying around the world with one stop.
It's
This is the way to travel. And I know you have issues at home where you can't feed your children. You know, it's hard to cover your bills. But if you ever do get the chance to fly on an aircraft like this, it will open your eyes and make you ask yourself, dear Lord, why don't I have a jet of my own?
Oh, my God. It's the audacity.
Yeah.
The absolute robbing of human beings preying on their faith.
There I was in Zone 3 waiting to load onto the aircraft.
Zone 3.
And I said, dear Jesus, I am surrounded by a sea of human filth that is keeping me from spreading the Lord's word. What can you do for me? Can you hook me up in a $56 million plane? Will get it done nicely. And I can fly in one stop. And it's also economical. Is it very economical? Yes, Lord, it's very economical. You know, they got down there down in the Cabo San Lucas, they got these young ladies that need to hear the word of the Lord.
I need to.
Oh, my God.
I need to see this guy in.
Down there, Casey, let me tell you something. The girls have literally gone wild. And they need the word of the Lord Jesus Christ to tell them that if the tops are coming off, if the tops and pantaloons are coming off, make sure that at some point the Bible opens up.
This is Cabo. Girls Gone Wild
Girls
in Cabo.
Gone Wild in Cabo.
You've seen video.
I have seen video, and I'm distressed. I could get there in one flight. I mean, you just want to punch this guy in the face
Absolutely.
with all your might.
I don't know. I kind of want to join him on his jet.
I wouldn't
This
mind
is
riding along.
my new friend, Kathy Romano, and I believe the word the Lord would use is bodacious.
Yeah.
We're praying together.
Yeah.
I put dildos in my mouth.
And that's how.
That is not very
That's
religious.
akin to saying "open sesame." When this fine young, and she's a broadcaster, I want you to know, so she spreads the word herself. But when she said she put dildos in her mouth, I got to tell you that jet door opened right.
I put dildos in my mouth.
So I thought this one would be a nice, light conversation. Anne Frank.
Yes.
No, but actually, this is actually a little bit of light information about Anne Frank that was recently discovered.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Researchers using digital technology deciphered the writing on 2 pages of Anne Frank's diary that she had pasted over with brown masking paper, and they discovered 4 dirty jokes and a candid explanation of sex, contraception, and prostitution.
Wasn't it Bert Kreischer who got Anne Frank confused with Helen Keller?
Yes.
That's
And actually,
right.
there's an on-running joke about that on a website I go to a lot, which is fark.com. And it's not only Anne Frank and Helen Keller, but they've also thrown in, oh, my God, the pilot.
You're talking about
Amelia Earhart as well.
Sully Erna.
So they always, is Sully Erna.
No, Sully.
I thought you said Sully Erna. I'm like, no, I don't think he's a pilot.
I don't know why I immediately when you said pilot, we're clearly talking about women.
I mean, he did land that. It's a good movie.
I don't know why Sully has not brought up the fact that he hid in a
in Amsterdam
during World War II, because that's an even more courageous
And
story.
what blows me away is the dude was blind and deaf and able to land that plane.
It's amazing.
Well, I mean, he landed it in a river.
Well, I
but,
guess
you know.
he doesn't want to puff himself up too much.
All right, so anyhow, let me find something else. I can't wear the earbuds. I have small ear holes.
You can't wear the earbuds?
Yeah, they fall out.
Ooh, your ear holes are so tight.
Tight ear holes.
Oh, man.
You can get That's awful.
Can you fit that in there?
I'm going to work with it. Wait.
Wait, ow. Oh, you're too big. Stop.
You're stretching it
Stop.
out.
Your pod is too big.
You're going to tear a hole.
Oh my God, I'm gonna bleed.
Ear lube. I need some ear lube.
Well, what you
I
can
just
get.
gave you an ear pie.
I actually bought these things that were like $2
Oh my
on
God,
Amazon.
I just got that. I'm sorry.
Wait, just got what?
Ear pie.
You ever heard the term cream pie before? Never mind. Go ahead.
I bought these things for like $2 off of Amazon that go around your earbuds, so you can
A C-ring.
Basically, yeah, no, and then so you can wrap regular earbuds.
Yes.
You know,
over the ear.
over your ear.
Yeah.
You're fine.
They're good. You know, honestly.
Listen, I want to be able to wear earbuds.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
Well,
You know,
maybe
Preston-
you should
so
let
Preston-
Steve stretch him out for you.
Yeah, I'll stretch them out because I can really, unpack it.
If you're just tuning in here at One Bala Plaza, the studios of WMMR, as well as our sister stations, they're doing some remodeling, and they're going to move some of the stations. We're kind of consolidating our areas, moving from downstairs to upstairs. So they're doing complete remodeling, which means demo has been going on, demolition of the various offices. And when we got wind that they were going to be destroying Bill Weston's office, we said,
We had to.
You got to let us take a swing or two.
Well, my helmet's on the ground, but that's okay.
Wendy, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in.
This is great.
Here's Johnny!
That is awesome.
Oh my God, look at this.
Oh, my God.
Bill's mailbox.
There we go. Give it to him
Look at
as a
that.
keepsake.
I have the video.
By the way, did we ask Bill if he wanted that?
No.
Okay, all right.
Hey, Bill, do you want this?
Clear the wall.
Oh, nice. She almost
fell on her
fell
ass.
backwards. There's another swing at it. She's trying to go out of Bill's office into the sales department. Feels good, doesn't it?
So good.
Go get it.
Yeah.
Kill it, Marissa. Kill it. A lot of rage here, man.
Yeah, but it's funny. It's
She
like,
packs a punch.
It's like watching an angry dwarf.
Had a request from a friend of ours, RC, from Tattoos by RC. His son, Dalton, celebrates his birthday today. And RC wanted me to mention it. We haven't seen Dalton in a while.
I know.
He's been around. He used to come around when he was a kid, and we haven't seen him, but he's
a man now.
Full-grown adult, man.
He was a little kid when he came in to visit the show, and I'm wondering, how long has time
21?
passed?
I'm guessing he's 21.
All right.
Yeah.
That's just a guess. I'll have to check my Instagram message that I got from RC and get back to it. But this
It'll be my regular Saturday night thing, baby. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, he can't be that old yet.
Well, he's
All right,
he's
I'll
at
look it
least
up.
20, at least.
Oh, yeah. Keep playing that clip over and over until I get
we
this,
find it.
Steve.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are you looking or are you
I'm
just
looking
laughing?
it up. I have to go into my phone. Oh, my God. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
It says here he turns 20 years old. There we go.
Booyah!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. It'll be my regular Saturday night thing, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So far, this is my favorite part of the
There
day.
we go. It all goes downhill from here.
All right, let's see if we can get an answer to the stupid question. A panda, what is their primary food source? Yeah, okay. I'm going to go to Courtney. Hi, Courtney.
Hi.
Hi, Courtney. What is the panda's primary food source?
Is it bamboo?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, hang on. Hang on, Courtney. We're gonna. Caitlyn Jenner
Yes.
has 6 kids, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, she's.
You're going to be my regular Saturday night thing. Oh, yeah.
I might not make it through the show today.
Caitlin, huh? Thought you'd be bigger. I'm your new cooler.
But she.
Roadhouse with Caitlyn Jenner.
Oh my
There you go.
God.
Pain don't hurt.
No.
Except when they cut your balls off. That was pretty uncomfortable. I'll have to say that did sting.
That pain hurt?
Yeah, that pain sort of hurt. The knife attack at the bar, no, not so much. Cutting my balls off, yeah, that actually pinged a bit.
Can you stick to the script there?
It pinged a bit.
That pain hurt.
Okay, sorry. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the royal wedding was over the weekend. I'm going to touch a little bit on this stuff, and we'll expand a little bit further on it later on. But, of course, it took place on Saturday, and they are officially husband and wife, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. They became the Duke and Duchess of Sussex at London's Windsor Castle. The ceremony took place at the Gothic St. George's Chapel at noon, but was no ordinary wedding, even by royal standards.
So there's an Instagram thing that I follow. It's called Fish Dance Party, and what they do is they'll dub Fish concert music over people dancing.
How did I miss this?
No, listen. At one point over the weekend, there was a Fish Dance Party Instagram posting of people coming out, and it looked like they were coming out of the royal wedding. And I was like, this can't be. But I think it was legit. I'm fairly certain what I saw.
Fish music was playing when they were coming out?
No, but like ridiculous.
Hello, a selection from Fish.
I just need to know if I did indeed see Prince Charles and Camilla Parker Bowles come out dancing out of the chapel or whatever.
No, I don't think they were dancing when they walked out.
That is not.
Dude, wait till Prince Charles and Camilla. They're
Casey.
I know.
Casey.
What is it?
We're watching this right now. There's no.
Preston and Steve.
The morning is breaking, and here we are once again in the ballpark. We are Bay Care Ballpark in Clearwater, the Preston Steve Show on the road. We got a lot to get to. This is stop number one of our events here this weekend. And our first guest this morning is standing by. So why don't we go ahead and get to a look at traffic, and then we're going to welcome him, have a nice little chat. Marissa, what do we have going on back home?
We're jammed up on 76 westbound. It's from the Boulevard out to Gladwin, then eastbound from Gladwin to Belmont and Montgomery out to the Vine. We have a little bit of delays beginning. 95 southbound, we're slowing from Cottman to the Betsy Ross Bridge, and Highland Avenue out to Curlin. And then the Walt Whitman Bridge eastbound, road construction has the right lane closed. It's from the bridge to the downside. This traffic report is brought to you by Macy's. Macy's signature one-day sale has so many deals on incredible finds hitting stores now, and Star Rewards members can earn Star Money even faster during Macy's Money Bonus Days tomorrow, only at Macy's one-day sale. And that's your traffic on 93.3 WMMR.
All right, thank you very much, Marissa. So one of the things we love doing at spring training is meeting players on the team that we haven't had a chance to talk to before, and we're going to do that very thing now. He's our first guest of this trip, and we are excited from your Phillies to welcome Orion Kerkering to our microphone this morning.
Yes.
What's up, Orion? How you doing?
Good, about you?
Good. I'm all right. Listen, man, I realized a couple of things. Number one, we have something in common. So your middle name is actually Orion.
Yes.
Your
correct.
first name is Rich, right? Or Richard?
Correct, yes.
So my son's middle name is Orion.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I didn't even realize this until now. They're the same age.
Oh, wow.
I feel ancient.
Hey, Methuselah.
I am. I've never met a professional sports player who's the same age as my oldest child.
Well, let me get this straight. Your dad and your grandfather are all Richards.
Correct, yes.
And you all distinguish each other by your middle name, you being Orion. And what are their middle names?
John, my grandfather, and then Todd for my dad.
Orion is a cool name, man. I mean, that's...
So I chose it for my son because we get up ridiculously early in the morning. You know, I get up like 3:45, 4 o'clock in the morning. And every day I would come out and go to get in my car, and I'd step out into the driveway, and boom, there it was in the sky. Orion,
That's awesome.
the constellation. And I'm like, I connected with it. I liked it a lot. And I'm like, I want to give my son a grand name
Yes.
of some type. Is it the constellation that you were named after?
I'm pretty sure so, yeah. I think with my dad being in the military, seeing everything between the world, I'm sure that was probably a good factor of it, too.
He's not a Metallica fan. It could have been after the Metallica song.
It could be. AC fan, so maybe.
What branch of the military?
Marines.
No kidding. Wow. And how did he serve for a long time? Or
Yeah, 20 plus years.
No kidding. So he was a career guy.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. And did he ever try to,
steer you that way?
Steer you to get into the military?
Not really, not as much. I think you always wanted my own career with it. But
Yeah.
I think it was always it's always in the backbone if you want something, and he knows the insides of it, but
So
I
if
don't
there-
think it was so much pushing it either.
If during a game you were to run off to the side and kill an enemy soldier, he wouldn't be upset with that.
Not at all.
No, but I think sometimes when you have, it can break either way. You have a military. My dad was World War II, and he had some of the military influences would creep their way in. Sometimes it can be very
oppressive, but sometimes it gives you a good foundation. I assume the latter is what happened with you, correct?
Absolutely, yeah, same exact way. Where there's some moments where it's like, I don't know if we can do that, but then there's other moments where it's like, how you just said, it's a good foundation.
Right.
Keeping calm, like in such big moments, because he always says the same thing between him, like shooting a rifle at the range is the same way as throwing a pitch. You can't take it back, so it's kind of the similar mindset. It's like, see what you did wrong, see what you did good, and just adapt from it.
It's good. It's good. They're good lessons to learn, and you have had a meteoric rise with your career, and a lot of that stuff getting thrown at you, good and bad stuff can happen. If you can process that stuff and learn how to handle it. Now, when you were in school, did you go? What was your finance?
Finance, yeah.
So to me, that's a wonderful attribute, wonderful thing to learn when you're an athlete. Because not only if you're going to be successful, you get all of this adulation, but then the money comes. And I'm sure you've heard stories of people being very frivolous with that. Are you arch the other way? Are you making sure that you yourself are making sure you're protected? It's like I'm selling insurance.
I know.
But it is. We see it happen all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think this game's so young, and it keeps you, like, I don't think many people understand, like, yeah, we make millions of dollars, or people see how much new athletes get with his new contracts. Like, if you want to look at Kyle Tucker with his new crazy deal, making like $60 million a year, is like, yeah, that's great, but then there's other guys who are making 3 to 4, which is also really good money, but it's only lasting for a year.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
You got to last it for a lifetime, or at least for the next few years.
Yeah.
And almost, I won't say dragging it out, but drag it out as much as you can. And then you go back in the regular force, and you're just kind of like, all right, let's see what happens.
Well, that's a good perspective to have people be aware of, in that professional athletes have a shelf life, and a lot of times very short shelf life. You can have injuries. There's all kinds of things that can happen.
100%.
And so if you make that money, you've got to be smart with that money, and you have to be ready, because it's not always going to be there. And things can change in the in the economy like that.
100%.
Yeah, so that's having a financial start in schooling is going to benefit you in the long run.
Are you advising any of the other players?
Yeah,
they've joked with me.
portfolios?
Yeah, they've joked with me before. Once I graduated last year, they're like, "Oh, so you're gonna do with my portfolio now, aren't you?" It's been good.
Hey, as far as baseball goes, I mean, like Steve had said, you had a quick rise up the minors. You went up like 4 levels very, very quickly. Were you always when you were a kid, when you were coming up, were you always one of the ones that shined? Were you? I don't want to say were you the best on the team, but did you always have that? You just took right to it, and there was always ability there.
I'd say it's about 50-50. I think there's like Little League, obviously. It's like you kind of see like who's better, who's not. And then like high school turnaround, I was like one of the slower kids to get going a little bit.
Really?
And kind of get used to it. So I wasn't like the freshman on varsity. It took me 2 years to get where I was at. Kind of bumped up a little bit.
How tall were you in high school? How tall are you now?
6'2".
Okay.
So then high school, I was probably about 6 foot, 6'1", probably my senior year. So it wasn't
what kind of velocity do you? Because there's this kid at St. Joe's Prep right now who's throwing 100 miles per hour. He's a junior or something like that. What was your velocity at that age? Because I mean, honestly, like my nephew who is 23ish, like he was one of the kids. He was like best on the team, blah 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 blah. But like as you're coming up, like that margin just gets smaller and smaller. Yeah. So like I don't and you were playing in Southern California where it's kind of a hotbed.
Yeah.
A lot of decent players so like I just don't know how at that age you can differentiate yourself.
Yeah, I mean, especially here in Florida. Playing high school here, then it was here. I was born. Yeah, I was born out there.
Born in okay.
Played out
so
here.
you were from Venice,
Florida.
Yeah, gotcha.
Not Italy.
Not Italy. Well, there's a Venice Beach, California.
Yeah.
Too, so, all right.
Yeah. So I mean, there's such great talent even in Southern California.
Yeah.
Like even just in the Southeast, like playing all those tournaments, you can see there's a big difference, and like there's such a big gap because like you can see kids that are throwing, I don't know, 95 at 17 years old. Jesus. And then you kind of see them through the process of it, which is crazy.
I mean, there's a case to be made that just over the course of time and the evolution of the athlete and the training methods, breeding superior
100%
athletes.
100%.
And my thing would be, how much does coaching and how much do having access to older players on the team and veterans help you, because it is a lot to drink in, and I think your head would be constantly spinning, especially at your age, to be inundated with this.
100%. I think I got super lucky, obviously, going through the system fast, but I think also just being in such a veteran clubhouse lifestyle of it, between Bryce being in there for basically 15 plus years now, going on it.
He's the old man.
Yeah. When he's really not.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Zach-
crazy.
And so, like, I kind of joke with them where it was like, I think last year when D-Rob was on the team with us towards the end of it, we were going through, and he's like, yeah, I got drafted in 06. And I go, I was 5.
Yeah, I'm sure he loved that.
What was his reaction to that?
Just like, dang, I feel old now.
He's probably thinking, oh my God, I have a 5-year-old doing my stock portfolio.
Exactly.
Hey, I want to go back to we were talking about your dad in the beginning of this interview, and I pulled up the video of, and because I actually watched this live when your major league debut.
Yep.
It brings a tear to my eye because he was so proud and crying, and it was just such an amazing thing to watch. You know, and it was against the Mets. But you know, do you ever go back and watch that by any chance? Have you ever seen the footage?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your dad was so proud; he was crying. Here's this tough military guy.
Yeah.
You know this. You know, but
It's his son.
It's his
Yeah.
son. It doesn't matter.
Nah.
Yeah. So he's just got to be so proud of you. Is he in this area now?
Yeah, we live an hour and a half south of here, so he tries to come up as much as we can, always hang out before season starts. So.
Will he be here today?
I don't think so. I
Oh.
think he'll be in maybe Saturday. We'll
I'd like
see.
to shake that guy.
Now he's getting cavalier about it.
Yeah.
From tears to maybe I'll make the game.
Are you pitching today?
No, not today, no.
Okay.
I wanted to ask you because you played soccer as well, yes?
Yeah, very little.
Okay. Was there ever, because I'm always fascinated by this point. When did baseball immediately break from the pack of the sports you were playing, or was there a point where you were like, I wonder where my attributes are going to benefit me here?
For sure. I think soccer, I think that's what every kid is, just at 4 or
You just
5
have
years
to,
old.
yeah.
You're just kind of kicking the ball and see where it goes.
Right.
And then I think started with T-ball and baseball. I think that started the most of it, and then I just kind of stuck with it.
Why are there no professional T-ball leagues?
That'll be good.
Dude, there's
Soon enough.
professional T-ball.
Oh, my God.
There's like adult kickball leagues,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
why not, man?
There's a business.
Change something. Yeah.
Casey and I were talking as we were getting ready for this interview. I pulled up a couple of videos of pitchers and curveballs and sliders.
Yeah.
Okay, so been a fan of baseball. I'm not a diehard. I don't dive deep into super, all the minute details.
Yeah.
But some of those pitches, I don't know what the hell you guys are throwing. I see the ball move,
Yeah.
but different.
Did wrong.
Okay.
So there's certain pitches you can, and like staying behind the ball a little bit more for like spin efficiency and stuff like that.
I
So
assume
there's just so much difference of like trying to find what's right for you.
Yeah.
And there's a liability to being over statted.
100%.
You know, I mean, when you're trying to adjust to that. So,
But I mean, the reason I bring it up is because like if I'm not hitting the ball right in golf, I'll be like,
oh, he's in a great mood if that's happening.
oh. It's just the worst. But I'm out on the course and I'm like, okay, well, I'm slicing, so I need to move this foot in this position, and then
100%.
I tried on the next one. It's like, well, that didn't work, so let me try this. No, that didn't work either. Can that happen out on the mound when you think you're doing one thing, but you're doing a different,
For sure.
and you're trying to fix it, and things aren't coming together for whatever reason?
100%. I think there's a lot of talk that we always talk about, kind of not silently, but like everyone knows it's there because this game's a game of failure.
Yeah.
So there's like, if you look at it like on a scale of like 0 to 100, you're going to have 15% of those games that you throw are going to be the best games of your life. And it's, you can throw your fastball where you want, throw your off speed where you want.
Right.
Locate it. Like it's you're in a video game basically. You're like, I want it here, want it there, and then there's going to be about another 70% of the games where it's like, okay, my stuff's there today, but it's not. I can't locate this pitch as good as I wish I want to.
Yeah.
Or there's like, this pitch is working better than this other pitch.
Right.
So we're gonna lean on this pitch today.
Yeah.
And then there's the other 15% where it just goes to shit, basically. And so you're kind of out there. It's like, well, let's see what we got today.
That's a technical baseball term, by the way.
Yeah.
And in my experience with the game of golf is like I'm doing the exact same thing I did yesterday, and it worked then, but it's not working today.
It's the exact same with baseball.
I think with you, the hard part is that you can't betray that.
No,
to the
you can't.
opponent.
No.
You can't show any facial sign where he can have a full-blown aneurysm out on the course. You've got to keep a poker face.
For sure.
I wanted to quickly ask you about your tats. You have a sleeve work in there, and you're like a quarter Japanese, I think?
correct.
So that's reflected in some of these tattoos, correct?
Yes, correct.
And the rumor is that you're looking at a Mandalorian tattoo potentially.
Yeah, I got one right here.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
Where is
Oh,
it?
dude, right there.
Oh,
that's awesome. That's fantastic.
Are you going to go full sleeves on the other side, or?
Possibly. I'm still trying to debate on it. I gotta
Okay.
figure out like what I want on the other side right now. So
You have the same person? You go to the same person?
Same person, yeah.
Around here?
Yeah, no, Sarasota.
Okay.
So he does a really good job.
Is there any? Does anyone talk to you and say, tamp it down for the?
No.
You're wearing sleeves.
Yeah. So no.
Okay, all right.
It's only the only sleeve that makes it hard is like if I'm in Jersey or Philly.
Okay.
And so people are like, oh, someone's got a sleeve. Like, who is it? And it's like they recognize me, and it's like,
oh, there you
that's
go.
where I get spotted more. So like now I have to wear jackets.
How many sessions to get your full arm done?
Oof. This took between these two. I did like one sitting, so it was like 14, 15 hours.
Damn.
Wow. Well, you have a tight schedule. How long did the Mandalorian take?
This only took maybe 7, so about half the time.
Yeah,
it wasn't too bad.
I mean, it's very, very like
photorealistic.
Yeah,
yeah. That's why I went to. I mean, it was just perfect for it, and just like I like the black and white realism of it.
So is Star Wars is that your jam?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
You waiting for the movie?
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
So I love the first 2 seasons. Third season was crap.
Yeah, I think so too. It was a little.
If they can
little
pull it
upsetting,
back, yeah,
100%.
yeah. And that actually has a sort of samurai Akira Kurosawa
100%.
angle to it, which is cool. So.
Hey, so your number is 50. Did you pick that number?
No. It was
Okay.
just what was popped in my locker and just kind of always stuck with it.
And it stuck with you. All right, because I've had this discussion on many, many occasions about what the best number in sports is. And, so like March Madness is coming up, and I wanted to do like a bracket of like the top 64 numbers in sports. Because like it's, you won't see like a 50 in basketball, right?
No.
You'll see it in baseball. You'll see it in football. But like hockey, right? Like,
well, 99 comes to mind immediately. We go to Gretzky. Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah. So if I were to pick out a field of the best 64 numbers in sports, to me, 0 through 30 gets an automatic bid. Any number that ends in a 0 gets an automatic bid. Any number that's a double, right? Like 22, 55, whatever. So 50 definitely makes it into my top 64. But
50 makes it into your top 64.
yeah, 50. The number 50 makes it into my top 64. What do you think the best number in all of sports is? If you could pick your own number. You just said that 50 was laid in your locker.
And not worry about any that have been retired or anything like that?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you didn't expect
Orion's
this
really
question,
thinking.
did you?
You're just turning in. It's Orion Kerkering. And we're getting these hard-hitting questions at him right now. What's your favorite number?
I want to say for every sport. I'm trying to think of every sport.
Right? Because
like hockey's hard because like hockey is always high double-digit numbers.
Well, hockey, you also or football. You need a number that looks good if you end up upside down.
So because for me, like if I had a jersey and they were like, "What number do you want?" To me, it would be. It's a toss-up between 4 or 21. I think those are my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's I made a face. That's why Casey's laughing. Because
fairly arbitrary.
Yeah. I was born on the 4th of July. Yeah.
And 21 has been my number my whole life because my birthday's the 21st.
Right? And you were born on the 4th, right?
Yeah,
4th.
You're 4th of July as well?
No, April 4th.
Oh, April 4th. All right.
Have you ever heard of players trying on numbers to see how they look on them?
I have seen that, yeah.
You've seen it, right? They're
Get
in
that
the
thing?
mirror.
Yeah.
Wow, that's funny. But all those things you have to consider. I mean,
100%.
you go from, if you're at the college level or whatever, and now even here, which is wonderful, and you have a loyal rabid fan base. When you're out there, I mean, as you said, people will recognize you from your tattoos. I mean, you're constantly being scrutinized.
For sure.
Could you campaign to have your number changed if you wanted, or once it's locked and loaded, that's it?
No, you can change it whenever. I think when certain guys leave, and like if that's what your number you wanted to have, and like you want to change it, then you can go ahead and change it.
Okay.
So it's not always set in stone.
Some guys are superstitious about the numbers. Do you have any superstitions or any things that are important to you, rituals or so on, game day, or something that you just feel uncomfortable if you don't do or have?
Oddly, I think the only one that's like that is I gotta put my left sock on first before I put my right one.
Me too.
Or like my left shoe on before my right.
Me too.
It's the same way. I don't know why. It's like
I do that as well.
Doesn't matter if I put my shirt on first or whatever, jersey on first. It's gotta be left sock, left shoe,
So
or
I
right
do,
shoe.
I do left, but I do left sock and shoe, right sock and shoe.
Oh,
That's
you
crazy.
do sock shoe,
See,
sock
that's
shoe.
crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
See, it doesn't matter if it's sock, shoe, but it does matter if it's left. It's got to be left first.
Yeah.
All right. I can go left sock, left shoe, right sock, right shoe, or I can go left sock, right sock. Yeah, that does. But it always has to be left first.
See, we give you the hard-hitting questions.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not going to X and O you to death. We want to find out how you put your socks on and what the numbers are.
But it is funny. You're talking about people recognizing you through your sleeves and stuff. When you were walking up, you weren't wearing a hat.
No.
And I was like, oh, that's what you look like.
Yeah, exactly.
And no, I was like, oh.
Well, you must be in the perpetual, like when you see a coworker out at like a restaurant. Do you get that? What's your recognition level now at this point? Are comfortable or?
Yeah, I'd say it's still about 50-50.
Okay.
So there's some times where there's some moments I can go in, no one's going to say anything, and there's other moments where it's like, oh, it's a cool fan, just want a cool experience.
Yeah.
So that's always seen that. The only time that I won't say it sucks, but the more times I get more recognized was during the postseason.
Yeah.
Not from last year, but like, what was it, 24 after we lost to the Mets.
Right.
Just go in the grocery store, and then it was just like a few days afterwards, you're like, yeah.
Oh, man.
I know.
There's this thing we talk about is that, and we know it. We know it with this team, and we know it with all the people. You guys, you want to win. You're invested in winning. It's what you want, and I think it's also. You also accept that it's part of the fans' fun
100%, yeah.
to be able to piss and moan, but ultimately, we've heard it from many veteran athletes over the years. I forget who said it, but people who bypass Philadelphia because of that quote-unquote stigma are missing out on one of the greatest fan bases in the world. Would you agree with that?
100%. I think, obviously, I wouldn't say there's pros and cons to being in Philly, but I would say if that's a con, then that is of just how much passionate the fans are and like how much they want to win so badly every single year. But I think that's probably also the best pro of being a Phillies fan or just a Philly player in general, whether it's baseball, football, hockey, basketball, wherever, even soccer here. It's just we're so passionate and wanting to win.
Can you even see it during spring training, like when you go to other ballparks?
100%, yeah. Even like different games, like I think Kyle said it before, where it's like as much how passionate fans are for a random June game on a Tuesday or Wednesday that on the getaway day, and there's still 35 to 40,000 people, and you're just kind of like, this is kind of crazy. Like it's everyone's work day in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
Granted,
yeah.
it's summer vacation
But
for
it's
like some of the people or like some of the kids, but I'm also kind of like, how do people have time and just patience to like go on a random Wednesday at 1 o'clock and just be here?
Well, especially in Philadelphia, I mean, people are planning their entire vacations around the team. Denver, for instance,
For sure.
didn't have that many fans in the stadiums, but 90% of it were Phillies fans.
100%
during those games.
And so it's even crazier like when we go play like Pittsburgh and like how much that stadium's just jam packed with like people, because I think Pittsburgh's 4 hours away or so, 5 hours.
About 8 hours.
Okay, it's a little further than I thought.
Yeah.
So, but like for some people, if they live 3 hours away from Philly, it's like, oh, it's 5 hour drive to Pittsburgh or something, or it's a quick flight over or whatever. So it's like it's always cool to see like how packed that stadium gets to between all the stadiums.
All right, I wanted to ask you about pitching staff versus the rest of the team, bullpen versus dugout. Is there ever a time where you're like, man, I wish I was over there? I wish I was over there. Because I'm sure they might say the same thing about wanting to be over in the bullpen.
For sure. I think there's some times where it's like, dang, it looks really fun in there. What's going on right now? Like certain games during the regular season, but I think also too where especially in the postseason, just how crazy it is, because we can see it from far looking within, but like I think it'd be pretty cool to see like within looking out,
Yeah.
the dugout,
Yeah.
seeing like how crazy the atmosphere is, because like obviously the bullpen, it's still on top of you at the bank, but it's also, I think it's more on top of you when you're in the dugout, and just seeing the atmosphere and how passionate the fans can be sometimes.
Which bullpen is the worst in the because listen, when you're at Citizens Bank, the opposing bullpen is right there for all the fans. Are any other ballparks like that in the league?
Trying to think. Cleveland's like that. Minnesota, kind of like you're close to it, but it's not as bad. The A's, just because it was a AAA ballpark, so they're kind of like right here with it.
When are they going to be in Vegas? Is that next season?
2027, okay. I think 2028.
2027, is it?
Interesting. I've asked this of other relief pitchers, and I'm going to ask you the same thing.
Yeah.
What's better for you, a 9-pitch inning or a 3-pitch inning?
Ooh. I would say a 9-pitch, just because there's a possibility you can strike at least one person out.
Well, so when I ask a 9-pitch inning, I'm implying it's 3-pitch strikeouts, straight 3-pitch strikeouts.
Definitely that one.
That one?
Yeah,
okay.
go with that one.
It's gotta feel
3-pitch
good.
one, you're kind of like, it could be a fly ball, it could be a ground ball, or it can be 3 lineouts to Bohm or Trey at short, and you're just kind of like, I don't want that. I want 3 strikeouts.
Yeah.
You go for that. I want to ask quickly, because of the nature of this, and obviously you're out here, you're playing these games to play certain strategies and perfect certain things, and it's winning is great, but you're part of it is working out everything. Is that tough sometimes to kind of say, okay, we're just going to do this one pitch today, or we're just going to do this, does it take a lot of discipline to just always drive for the victory and know that you're really here on a training basis as well, where you have to work out the bugs, so to speak?
For sure, yeah. I think it's hard to a point, because you kind of look back, because you always want to be like great every single day, and you always want to be fine-tuning your stuff and be right. But I think it's also, we kind of look back onto it where it's like we have 162 games to play, so if it's as much as we want to be perfect every day, we know we can't. Kind of how I talked to you is like there's the good 15, the bad 15, and then like the 70 in the middle. So you just got to kind of figure out what day it is and see what you can do to get better, because you don't want to be trying so hard on a bad day or like an okay day, and then you're gassed and you have another bad okay day, and it just kind of overlaps time over time, because obviously you want to keep having those better days and bad days. So I think it's just kind of minding your workload, minding like what I can do right now that's going to help me change versus overdoing and kind of like
All right, well, let's hope for better days all season long, man. It's going to be solid. Well, listen, dude, it's really cool to meet you. Thank you for coming by here.
Absolutely appreciate it, guys.
And have a great season, and we'll see you down the road. We appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
That's it for Orion, guys. Orion Kerkering on the Preston and Steve Show. With that, we're going to take a break. We got Brandon Marsh coming up in a little while. We're going to have Cole Hamill stopping by today, and then tomorrow we're broadcasting live from Coco's Crush Bar. You can come by if you want, Orion. We're partying tomorrow, dude. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. Make sure you stay with us. P-File's up next. Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture added the calorie pear, or Pyrus calorania, commonly called the Bradford pear tree, to a list of noxious weeds, plants that cannot be legally sold or cultivated in the state.
Wow. It adds the list that is populated by the durian and other?
Well, no, it's considered invasive. So, so this is these are the semen trees.
What? Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. So the popular non-native flowering fruit tree naturalizes, spreading from planted landscapes, crowding out other plants, and disrupting native ecosystems.
So the semen tree is considered an invasive species?
Check that, Nick. Double check and make sure the Bradford pear is the one we're talking about.
If you don't know, this is a plant, a tree, I guess,
It's a
that
tree,
every year emits a smell that many have said, and I agree, smells like semen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's them.
That's okay. So this is it. So it apparently it crowds out other plants, disrupts native ecosystems. The ban on sale and cultivation will take effect on February 9th, with enforcement phased in over 2 years.
I'm surprised because landscapers will sell a lot of these. They'll use them in office parks and people's backyards and whatever. So this is a moneymaker for a lot of those places. I'm really surprised they came down with a ban.
Well, it's a beautiful tree.
Yeah.
And when it does create that scent,
it's got these beautiful white blooms. It's just gorgeous.
it looks
I have
gorgeous.
3 of them in my backyard.
I have a weeping vagina in my backyard.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's, well, you know what it smells like, but it's just, it's beautiful.
Okay. Now you got me thinking of Pussy Willows. I wouldn't necessarily categorize this scent as noxious, though. I mean,
it is different.
If you are around a bunch of them, like I have been in proximity to several of them, and it's like overpowering. Now, not noxious to the extent of I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Right.
But definitely like, wow, this is overpowering. So, you know, but it's apparently I guess it's taking up too much space. It's invading the area, and it's not native in the area. So, according to the agricultural secretary, the calorie pear is another non-native plant that was brought to the country for its beauty and rapid growth without regard to its long-term potential harm to our environment and food supply.
I didn't realize it was that sort of situation. Nick, as you rightfully point out, it ends up being used in garden plants.
Oh yeah,
you know,
they're sold a lot.
And
another one that I've heard people complain about because of the smell is the ginkgo tree, and they're really pretty as well. Especially in the fall, they turn like a bright yellow. But people sometimes refer to them as the stinko tree, and I believe like it's only the male of the species that stinks or whatever. But yeah.
We have a butthole bush by our front door, and the flowers are wonderful, but it does.
What does it smell like?
It smells like a butthole.
Is it year round or only in the spring?
No, it's like for 1 week.
Oh,
you know,
you can deal with that.
Is your butthole open?
Don't come over. It's butthole week.
Is your butthole sprouting?
Yes.
Oh my God.
The butthole's open.
What's your
and the scent?
You've got to come by.
It only happens 1 week out of the year when the butthole's
We'll sit
open.
between that and the semen plant.
All right, here you go. Here's some big news.
All right.
Kim Kardashian is making it clear, and I have a few Kim and Kanye stories here.
Oh, yeah.
Clear to Kanye, wants to set healthy boundaries.
Healthy boundaries.
So, in an interview with Hollywood Unlocked that will be released today, West claims that Kardashian's security team wouldn't let him into her house with their daughter North after he picked the kids up from school one day. Now, a source told People that while it's true that West was not allowed inside the house that day, Kim's security team didn't stop him from seeing the kids, picking them up, or dropping them off. The source continued saying he can no longer just walk inside her home without her permission, and Kim has a right to privacy and is trying to set healthy boundaries. So
she's a lawyer, you know.
Those who have gone through divorces, I assume, deal with this particular issue, which is somebody just walking right in.
That has to change.
You've been doing it for years and years and years. However, you know, if you've been married for a long time, and then all of a sudden it stops there, and you have to ring the doorbell, you have to knock, or something like that.
It might be uncomfortable, but that's part of the deal.
Yeah, exactly.
The nature of the relationship has changed, and though you would imagine Kanye would have an easy time adapting to change.
Right.
He's not, apparently.
Apparently, the need to set these boundaries arose from Kanye making, quote, recent unannounced visits to Kim's home. In the Hollywood Unlocked interview, West is quoted as saying... That's when he stops by? Yeah. Unannounced?
Yo.
Yeah. So West is quoted in the interview as saying, "Don't play with me. Don't play with my children. Ain't no security going to get in between me and my children, and you ain't going to gaslight me." End quote.
Okay. Hey,
don't play with my children. I thought you want people.
Yes, of course. So they grow up healthy.
Play. They like to play. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, he goes by Yee now. So wouldn't he announce himself Yee?
Yee.
You know, it echoes around that house because there's
huge.
There's nothing in it.
There's nothing in it.
Yeah.
There's nothing to deaden the sound.
Yeah.
We have audio, Preston, if you'd like. He is...
All right, so this is about the song?
Yes.
So Kanye, this is part 2 of the story. Kanye called out Pete Davidson in his new song, The Game, which is called Easy. The track dropped on Friday, and people across all corners of the internet promptly went to work dissecting the lyrics from Kanye's verse.
So here's a question, and this to me is indicative of a kind of person. He is in a relationship with someone else himself.
Yeah.
He's making out publicly with this other person. Why? Well, why is he going off the deep end about Pete Davidson? She's simply moving on as well. He's moving on. Why is it so bad that she's moving on?
His ego won't allow it. You know?
That has to be it.
Yeah, so
Yep.
there's nobody better than him, and his ego won't allow it. And
It's narcissism.
It
It's
is
pure
no
narcissism,
doubt.
yeah.
But did you
Well, and
see that?
is she in their house?
Yes.
So that that's probably where
But they
it
have a
stems from.
multitude of houses, Kathy.
Right.
He has that ranch, and he actually bought a house, I think, diagonally across the street from her to be close to the kids.
Now, is this
But that's
the song?
probably the hard part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was his house. That was where he lived too. So the fact now that he's got a knock on the door, which listen, yes, it needs to happen.
Yep.
They're not together anymore, but that's probably why he's having a hard time.
Steve, is this the song that they're listening to and like Madonna's in the thing? It's like there are all these people in a room and it's like him and Madonna and Antonio Brown. Like,
Are you talking about video footage?
There's video footage of them all listening to a song. And what's wild is Madonna's like the grandmom, and she's acting like the kid in this movie or in this video.
That imagery is troubling. But he specifically mentions Pete Davidson.
Yeah, he mentioned a bunch of things. I'm going to go through some of the lyrics in this song. So he talks about his divorce from Kim, and I'm quoting this. We having the best divorce ever. If we go to court, we go to court together. Matter of fact, pick up your sis. We'll go to courts together. Meaning
Courtney.
You know what he did
Love
there?
it. I haven't heard lyrics this sharp since Poopity Scoop.
All right, co-parenting his kids. He writes, I watched 4 kids for like 5 hours today. I wear these Yeezy boots everywhere, even in the shower today. He rhymed today with today.
Yeah.
And by the way, he did a little drop on his own product line.
Self-promotion. Love it.
I got love for the nannies, but real family is better. The cameras watch the kids. Y'all stop taking the credit. Non-custodial dad, I bought the house next door. What you think the point of really being rich for?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, it makes incredible sense. So he doesn't want to besmirch the nanny staff, which he had a relationship with them as well. But he's saying Kim's not being the mother she needs to be because she's with that Pete Davidson.
All right. Then you have grappling with his kid's privilege. And he writes, he spits, when you give them everything, they only want more. Bougie and unruly, y'all need to do some chores. Rich-ass kids, this ain't your mama house. Climb on your brother's shoulders, get that top ramen out.
Ooh. Okay. So, all right, he had me at ramen.
He had me at ramen. God save me from that crash just so I can beat Pete Davidson's ass.
That's it.
And my new bitch bad, I know Illuminati mad.
Yeah, man.
How did he drag the Illuminati in?
I don't know, but he's obviously a big fan of that point in history.
They mad, so he found out about it.
All right, we're looking at the video that Casey was talking about. Yeah, Madonna's over-emoting in this particular video. She's moving around a bit too much. She's making a spectacle of herself.
I'm 60 years old.
Stop
I
it.
got to act like a.
Okay.
And what's the context of this?
Well,
video?
she's made them snickerdoodles because she's grandma.
All right.
Friends, we are sitting here at Baycare Ballpark in the outfield, and we just had a great conversation with Orion Kerkering.
What a nice guy.
Super nice guy.
He's the same age as your son.
I know. Same name. My son has the same middle name. That's his middle name, and he uses his first name, and I'm looking at him like, this kid's the same age as my kid. Oh, my God.
Did you call me Dad?
But he was great, man. We continued the conversation off air with him as well. And we got more to come. But right now we're going to take a look at traffic, see what's shaking back home. What you got for us, Marissa?
Traffic is stopped for a Tacony-Palmyra Bridge opening. Then we have some slowing on 76 westbound from Vare to Vine and the Boulevard out to Gladwin. 95 northbound is slowing from Allegheny out to Cottman. Construction mark has it jammed. It's down to 3 lanes. Also jammed up on the Blue Route southbound from the Mid-County Toll Plaza to Conshohocken and Vine Street Expressway westbound from 95 out to Broad and the Parkway out to the Schuylkill. This traffic report is brought to you by In Touch Ministries. Find strength and guidance at intouch.org. Sermons, devotionals, and hope for your everyday life. And that's your traffic on 93.3 WMMR.
Thanks, Marissa. Casey, so Brandon Marsh is scheduled for 8:20, right?
Correct.
So we got a little bit of time before we get into the bizarre file. I think this might be a good moment to talk a little bit about the flight in yesterday.
The eventful flight.
Because when we got up in the air and, boarding, everything was smooth. It was great. Met a lot of fans of the show were on the plane, which was really, really cool. We met some people in the gate and took some pictures, and there was a bachelorette party and a few others, and that does come into play in the story that that we're going to tell you. But we take off. We're ascending, and we're not quite to cruising altitude yet. We had probably been flying for maybe 20 minutes or so, and the lights inside the cabin came on. I was like, okay. I was like, do they usually do that?
Yeah.
I was kind of saying to myself, I don't think so. And about 10 seconds after the lights come on, an announcement comes over the plane, and they were asking, and I've never been on a plane when this has happened. They asked if anyone with any medical expertise, if anybody who is a healthcare professional or has a medical training, if they could please ring the call button. We have a medical emergency on board. And I was like, uh-oh.
So
what's going on?
I have been once or twice when I was in my stand-up years, when I was flying around a lot. One hand went up. Yeah. There were multiple hands that went up because there were a lot of medical people on board.
So I was sitting towards the front. Everything was going on behind me. So we were up where I was, clueless as to what was happening. At one point, and I don't know how your text message came through to me, Marissa.
Okay, sidebar. Did you guys sign on to the Wi-Fi?
I did.
Did you know that American now has free Wi-Fi?
I did when we were about to land because I'm like, how did Marissa get this text message to me? And I went on and I put on the Wi-Fi. I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, you can.
So that's how you did that.
Yep.
So she sent a message. So you were back by the action of what was going on. You want to relay a little bit about what you saw?
Yeah, I was about 3 rows away from it. And Steve, I mean, I've seen plenty of movies. I thought people would come running up and say, I'm a doctor, I'm a nurse.
Well,
but no, there's
Dr. Mike has had that happen.
Oh, yeah?
Where he's been the doctor. He saved a life. So he's had that occurrence. But to see it this way was wild.
But there was just like 3 or 4 like very stoic women just calmly came up and said, I can help if you need it. And nobody's racing out because that's just their profession, right? They're really great at it. And so, like we said, it was a few minutes into the flight. My friend was actually closer, so I was getting updates from her of what was going on. And what it seemed was there's a gentleman with an oxygen tank, and he tensed up, and he had some sort of episode. I don't want to give any incorrect information of exactly what happened, but he pretty much passed out, lost all the color in his face. He, at some point, was lying across the seats, and this one woman pretty much took over, and she is a medical professional of some sort, and I could hear her kind of, calmly giving out orders. Get me something cold, get me a compress, get me something to wipe his face. She's, I mean, I felt like I was in a hospital. Are you with me, sir? How are you? And she was just doing her thing right there.
I think that might have been the woman who was actually in front of me, part of that bachelorette party. Who back there.
From what I gathered, it is her bachelorette party. This woman who saved this guy's life. She spent 90 minutes caring for this gentleman, sitting him up, taking care of him. At one point, the guy is kind of upset because he was there with his grandchildren, and his grandchildren were a little younger and getting upset. And she looked at him. She said, "Don't you worry about them right now. This is all about you. Let's get you feeling better." Yeah. And she was a badass. It was so amazing.
Guys, I had no idea.
You didn't know any of this was happening?
I had no idea that any of this was happening. This is all happening about 5 rows behind me. I have my earbuds in, listening to music.
Harry Styles.
Harry dropped a new album a little less than a week ago. I had to listen to the new album.
You didn't see people going back up and forth?
My eyes were closed, and at one point, I had to go to the bathroom, and I was waiting because I didn't want to go to, and I hate using the airplane bathroom. I'm like, I got to do it. Yeah. Oh. So I now stand up to go to the bathroom. And by the way, Steve, I went to go use the bathroom right next to you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so this sidebar, by the way, I have an aisle seat, which I love. Yeah. Randomly got an aisle seat. And I'm like, oh, man, the bathroom's right here. So this thing, I don't like to cross people when I'm getting up to go to the bathroom, and B, it's right there. Well, wouldn't you know, that bathroom is out of order.
Yeah.
So about 180 times I had to tell people. So the doctor and or nurse, we shared stories, and I said, she turns around to me and she says, how many times have you had to tell people the bathroom's out of order? And I said, listen, I know we're both heroes on this. I don't want to both.
Listen, that explains a lot. I kept wondering why people were going up to first class to take a leak.
Yeah.
And they kept coming up from economy, and I was like, what's going on? I wasn't in first class, but I was right behind it.
Yeah.
And people kept coming up. I'm like, I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Right.
But,
So I don't use that bathroom. I have to go to the back of the plane now to use the bathroom. And so when I turn around, I see 3 women standing in the aisle around this seat. And I still have no clue that anything's going on. I just think women are like, hey, we're having a party.
Chat.
I thought they were all having a chat, right?
Mid-air flight.
So
chat.
I'm taking my time, and then some lady behind all of this stuff starts yelling over to me. Hey, listen to this show. I used to teach at your high school, and she's yelling over. She's yelling over this dude and I still don't know that there's a guy laying in the seat. I think that these girls are just having a good old time. Just, we're partying, we're going down to paradise, blah, blah, blah. And so the lady's yelling at me. I go, I'll come up to you so you don't have to yell over all these people. And now I'm scooting past these people, and I see a tube, and then I see the lady that's yelling to me has an oxygen. I'm like, oh, there's something going on here.
Yeah,
I had
serious,
no clue. And then I got to the back of the plane where the grandchildren were back there, and they were upset, and
So it felt so bad for them.
Yeah.
Casey, that woman was helpful. She was
Yes.
right behind the gentleman having the episode. She was holding his oxygen tank as these other women are working on him. And she teaches or works at Cardinal O'Hara. And yes.
Yeah.
And she was praying for him, and she was all into it. And then suddenly she goes, Casey boy, in the middle of her prayer.
well, so I knew that something, I didn't know what, was going on back there. And this shows you how bad, where my mind goes. I'm like, dude, they're not going to have any beverage service on this.
You were thinking they're going to divert the flight.
And that too. I thought we were going to have to land somewhere.
Yes, when I saw that many people stand up, I thought, okay. But this now I don't know the specifics, and you're right, Marissa, not to say it, but apparently this gentleman had a some sort of issue with the heart.
Yeah.
And that there was he had, what I heard from a number of the medical people, don't know if this is true or not, basically an internal defibrillator.
Well, I can
a pacemaker.
Yeah, I can confirm that because some of the flight attendants were saying, should we grab the AED? And they were like, nope, don't shock him with anything. Like, he's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So would a regular pacemaker...
Can you not use an AED on someone or shock them if they have a pacemaker?
Will it kick in? For example, a regular pacemaker regulates your heartbeat. If you go into cardiac arrest...
Yeah, I don't
Rodney
know.
might know.
Rodney...
Rodney's a doctor.
No. Okay.
Rodney's our doctor. Yeah.
It's my belief there's a way to do it, but you have to pay attention to what the AED says.
Okay. All right,
So we ended up getting into Tampa early.
Yeah.
We're pretty sure they stepped on the gas.
Yeah.
I have been on a plane before where the pilot has said that we're going to speed it up a bit and get in a little bit quicker. So the flight should take about 2.5 hours. I've taken this flight a gazillion times. It took, and it's a goofy thing that I do, but as soon as we leave the ground, I start a timer.
Oh, really?
I start the stopwatch. And we landed at 2 hours and 5 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a real quick
We didn't
flight.
see it, but at one point we almost got pulled over by another police
I believe
plane.
it. Yeah. But they waved him and said we were in an emergency.
Medical emergency.
Yeah.
You rolled down the window in the cockpit. Medical emergency.
Yeah.
But the gentleman actually... Oh, go ahead, Marissa.
I do want to compliment Philly because usually people will jump up the moment the plane lands and they open the door. But
Plane lands? Plane lands.
Plane lands.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I know where you're
the
It's
plane
early.
until
Yeah,
the
you're
plane-
right. They made an announcement.
They made an announcement and the aisle stayed clear.
Yeah.
He and his family were able to get off and get the medical attention.
Yeah, it was then that I realized, oh, that's a whole group of people.
Yes.
It was a
Because
lot.
it was kids, grandkids, and everybody that were making their way off, and they were apologizing on the way
Yeah.
out
It's like,
too.
oh my God,
which, you don't need to
just
do
had
that.
a traumatic thing. But one
Yeah.
of the gentlemen with that group turns to me and he says, "Don't talk about us on the air." He was laughing.
And
Sorry, man. Sorry. All right, but anyhow, it was usually, almost always, you say it's an uneventful flight. It was an easy flight. This one was a little bit different. It was,
Yeah.
It was,
Yeah.
but had a good outcome.
My
So,
question would be,
thankfully.
and I didn't want to be as rude as to ask, But I assume the airline, the Good Samaritans, I assume the airline does something for them.
That's a great question. I don't know.
Well,
I know in Disney they
Well,
give-
I
they'll
saw
give you
the
a fast
flight
pass.
attendant talking to the woman as if to say, getting the information as if to say, I think she was a doctor, a full doctor, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But it seemed like they were doing something for her.
The flight attendants were getting all the information from the folks that went and helped out, so I'm assuming as much. So they were getting all their details, phone numbers, emails, all that.
I would assume they would need it for procedural. To know who all was in case there's a follow up legally or something like that down the road. I don't know. Hopefully they all got free flights for the rest of their life.
I know. That's what they deserve. They did sneak in card service afterwards, too.
Yeah. Oh,
Did you
yeah.
see that?
Oh, I got my bourbon.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. All right. Well, listen. Anyhow, it was an eventful flight, and we're here broadcasting live in Clearwater at the ballpark. But we have to do some regular things like the bizarre file. Jason, if you would, please.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you by Horizon Services. Protect your home's HVAC, plumbing, and electrical systems year-round with Comfort 360 from Horizon Services. Just $19.99 a month. You can join at horizonservices.com. So we'll start with this story. Anyone who's ever kept a snake as a pet knows that they are experts in escaping and slithering away in hard-to-reach places. In Coral Springs, Florida, the crew at Fire Station 43 saw that firsthand when a woman drove up and reported her beloved albino python had found its way into the dashboard of her car, like inside of it. The fire team was able to take apart the entire dashboard to get into and have access to where the serpent was. She was able to pry it out without the snake or anyone else being harmed, but that can do some damage to your car once you've got to take the whole thing apart. So,
Do you take your snakes out for a drive periodically or no?
I let them drive. They sit on my lap, and I let them steer. And I know that's illegal.
Because the purring could put you to sleep.
I know. All right, so how about this? Ever since heavy objects on wheels first came into existence, there have been beefy guys trying to pull them. Sometimes they pull them with their arms and backs. Sometimes they've used their teeth, and sometimes other body parts. John Stevenson is a 50-year-old kickboxer who's made a name for himself by being the first man to ever pull a compact Seat Leon, part of the Volkswagen family, a full 50 meters using his testicles.
Oh!
Stevenson's stunt was to serve a larger cause to bring attention to men's health issues. And he says that when he completed the feat, his, quote, plums were bright purple, but still firing on all cylinders.
So people think that's something superfluous, but that's something you can use in regular life.
Yeah, being able to pull, a 3,000-pound car with your balls.
Step back, I've got testicles.
42. I love this story. A 42-year-old man out of the UK was rushed to the hospital after he woke up with blue skin. Tommy Lynch, hails from Derbyshire, was surprised when he learned the reason why his skin appeared to have changed colors overnight. He said that he felt extremely tired the night before, and when he woke up after sleeping in, his friend took one look at him and decided to take him to the hospital. There, Lynch was given oxygen, quickly saw a doctor. However, once the doctor assessed him, they realized that Lynch's concerns about his skin color weren't that serious. The doctor rubbed Lynch's arm with an alcohol wipe, causing the swab to turn blue, and it was then that Lynch realized that sleeping on his new unwashed bed sheets that were blue for 2 nights in a row were to blame for that. It rubbed off, the pigment rubbed off on him.
Those are some cheap-ass bed sheets.
Blue.
Man.
Well, no, but they might be dyed naturally, and the dye will rub off.
But don't...
You need to wash it first.
Yeah.
He
You
did,
wash
he
your
did
bed-
wa- No, I mean, but for this particular, a good wash would have gotten rid of that. He said that he and the doctors had to laugh over it. He said, I never knew that you had to wash your sheets before you slept in them. Everyone in the reception area was staring at me like they'd seen a ghost. The doctor said they'd never seen someone that color before and still be alive, and I looked like an avatar. Lynch added that he was mortified by the whole situation, left the hospital more red than blue, noting that they don't usually have funny funny stories.
I'm surprised they didn't wheel in a drum kit for him to play like the Blue Man Group.
As it turns out, Lynch was gifted the king-size bed sheet from his friend. He didn't think to wash them before he received them because he didn't realize the color could bleed onto his skin. After sleeping in the sheets for the second night, he woke up bright blue. He said the day before I had shook hands with someone and they looked a light blue, but I just thought it was cold. And then after the second night, he woke up after sleeping for 14 hours, by the way. Dude passed out hard. He took one look at me and he said I needed to go to the hospital, but it turned out all that dye just rubbed off onto his skin. I love that story. A viral app to help men stop pleasuring themselves exposed thousands of users' data. The app called Quitter, Quittr, claims to be the #1 porn addiction app to quit porn forever on its website. It apparently blocks porn websites on one's device as well as tracks one's abstinence from porn. Quitter is also a community feature like groups, a panic button for emergency no-fap help, and help AI therapist as well. By the way, experts warn against using AI for therapy. NoFap began as a Reddit community to stop people from masturbating. Porn addiction, like sex addiction, isn't recognized by the DSM-5, which classifies mental disorders. While porn viewing can be compulsive, like other behaviors, research suggests that perceived porn addiction predicted distress over actual porn use itself, yet the idea of porn addiction persists in the U.S. But anyhow, Quitter has thrived with about 4.7 out of 5 rating based on around 29,000 ratings on Apple App Store. So it does well.
Do you get purchase points?
I don't know about that, but right now they reports that Quitter had leaked data about hundreds of thousands of users' pleasures habits.
Did that data leak out in spurts?
As well as lied about its security issues. A researcher told 404 Media that they scanned apps for misconfiguration in the apps that use the development platform Google Firebase, as that same issue was then seen on the T app. The researchers found that Quitter had the same problem and contacted the founders about the issue, and they said it would be fixed in an hour. It wasn't fixed for months, and apparently the researcher could access data from more than 600,000 users.
Well, that's a problem
on Quitter, including 100,000 who identified themselves as minors. So they had
Anna, I know why you have those big forearms.
All right, and then we'll do one last story, and it's a baseball-related story. When you go to a ball game, there's always a disclaimer on the ticket warning fans that baseballs can fly into the stands, and there's a risk that one might hit you. Why, friends, we are sitting in the fire zone right now as we are here at Baycare Ballpark. When they do batting practice, you'll hear the balls landing around us. All right, so anyhow, in New Jersey, a 57-year-old named Deborah Barbella didn't seem to get the memo about that, or doesn't care about it, because she's suing Major League Baseball along with the city of Williamsport and the Williamsport Crosscutters, who are a collegiate summer team affiliated with the MLB. In the suit, Barbella says a ball careened off a railing, hit her in the head, causing a concussion, a nasal fracture, an orbital floor fracture, and vision problems requiring surgery.
Wow.
She's seeking damages exceeding $50,000 and alleges negligence and failing to keep the stadium safe, making necessary repairs and alerting spectators to hazardous conditions. But listen, when you come in, there are signs up and it's on the ticket.
That should legally absolve them from any issues.
You
right?
would think so, yeah. So they put up netting in certain areas, like over here by Frenchie's, they have netting up. But yeah, it can happen.
They just for the people who are very scared, they should rent diving helmets, Preston.
Okay, that's smart,
right?
That's really, I mean, your vision is very, very limited, but
restricted.
All right, listen, I played left field when I was in high school, and I had to throw a ball home one time, and this ball just completely got away from me. It was, it just curved. Like I threw it, and it hit this lady in the stands.
Oh,
not even close to the baseline. She had a huge, and it hit her right in her thigh. She had a huge bruise in her thigh. Yeah, my bad. My bad.
Apologize.
Well, I mean, I was playing the game. I was like, sorry!
All right, that's all we have in the Bizarre File for you, friend. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, our friend Brandon Marsh going to be joining us.
There we go.
Looking forward to talking to him. So we're doing the spring training live broadcast, and we'll come back in just a moment. Make sure you stay with us.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR. Have you used Alexa as a clock radio? And we don't mean as a projectile.